Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. Blows colored bubbles. Changes colors while you chew. Discard your old brand for something new.
Deluxecoff's Wild Mongrel Bubblegum. It's yummy.
There are those right now that are questioning whether you can withstand the big man.
I don't care about those people, man. I don't care about those people that are stock raving propaganda nights. Propaganda, brother. Propaganda.
It is the quiet time, and by that I mean it's the new pre-release, so we probably won't have anybody but the Stark Raven Propaganda Knights in the house. That being said, of course you guys are here. Little Fight, Shirazama, Nimchimsky. Thank you. We got some spicy brew here we're trying out, but before I get going, if you followed on Facebook, I've had just a ton of issues in the last week. I had to rebuild pretty much everything and reset my PC. I'm just glad that the show looks and sounds okay, at least on my end. Let me know if it's all good. And Kunstfrazen in the house, and I'll go over this list. So I'ma stay all right. We have 2 Ash Barrens. I call this Dragon Delver because it just sounds cool. Excuse me, too much carbonation. 4 Evolving Wilds of the nice and dark medieval persuasion. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swamps, and I think 9 swamps and 8 forests for a total of 22 lands. Why so many? We really need to hit 3, and then we just start churning out. And so obviously we have 1 Raven's Crime against extra lands. But other than that, we got 4 Tortured Existence, 1 Hooting Mandrills, and 4 Scavengers. When these come into play, they trip this and this for free. I run all 4 of these because defense and vigilance is paramount, even over haste. Rotting Rats helps throw stuff in the yard and really good against control. Commune with the God setup, Sarder setup. The Wild Mongrel, just utility, bashing, and a lot of times you want to just discard stuff. You might have a few of these stuck in your hand. And Grisly Salvage rounds it out. Knot on the Bone keeps us alive, and Stinkweed Imp keeps the party going. Let me see what's going on here. Good evening, Kunstfrazen. Hey, Lovecraft, what's up? 2 cats, 1 pug. Hey, what's going on? Thank you. No angler, new to the core. No. What I was finding was just 1 evasion, and I only have 1 mandrills. I'm counting trample as like evasion with quotes around it, but Sultai Scavenger has really proved its worth. And really, when you throw this and this on it, there's not much that gets around it in the skies. So yeah, I've tried with the angler, but everything in the format blocks angler, and we don't really run a removal package here other than people bumping into our stinkweeds. So I have no idea how this is going to go. We're just here to experiment and have a good old time. We've got 1 Caustic Caterpillar in the sideboard, just kind of a catch-all. 3 Moments Peace, the very heavy slant towards flashback with obvious reasons. We're churning through this thing with stinkweeds and such. So we have 2 more Knot of the Bone in case we're running a burn or just aggro, stompy, stuff like that. 2 Faerie Macabre. Why not 4, Deluxecoff? You're always pimping 4. Well, we've got Tortured Existence and Recursion Engine, so we can go nab these, and so it'll feel like 6 if we need it to. 2 Crypt Rats. We have 2 Battlefield Scroungers. It's not that I'm fearing running into a fog deck. It's just that in some games you really churn a lot and you've got like 4 or 5 cards left and it gets a little scary. So these are kind of neat to be able to just recycle everything. And then 3 Snuff Out for tribe, and you guys know it's all that stuff. Anyway, Macabre, says Nimchimsky. Nimchimsky, I have a note for you, and oh, here it is. It's right here. I should have surprised you guys, but I'm going to have a little bit more time on my hands this weekend. So I'm going to try to make not so much a commercial, but like more of one of those little flyer style things. For Lovecraft, it'll be Sunscape Sunscreen. I'm not forgetting the familiar sunscreen that you touted months ago. And then Nimchimsky, Get Stuffed. Or Get Stuffed, yeah, Snuff Out, something or rather. So if we can think of what that product can be, I can maybe come up with 2 little cards for next week's show. But anyway, so I'm all locked and loaded, and hopefully everything will work all right. We got this new league going on, so we shall start up and hope for the best. We'll see how it goes. So how's everybody doing, and weekends and all that good things? I'm not too excited about many of the new Dominaria cards, but I've kind of changed my tune. I'm really trying to think of a deck that's going to be able to use what is it? The compass. That seems pretty cool. I mean, it's like you'd want it in a creature-like deck. Otherwise, you would just run the Sprigleaf Drum. But it's intriguing, you know, and especially there are so many new targets for Trinket Mages. So I think that might be kind of a card that just sees a lot more play and such. Because, I mean, now you're going to be able to fetch the Sparring dude. You're going to be able to fetch the new compass, which will fix all your lands. So maybe next week I'll be playing the Patriot Blade or whatever you guys want to call it. Rockstar. Sorry for the bouncing screen. I'll try to set this up right. Our mana is right. I'm going to make this a little bit screwy. If you see a little bit of differences from last week, it's just, like I said, I had to reset my entire PC. I'm just happy I made it to the show. I'll say keep this. I'm going to drop the wilds first, hit a swamp, and just ignore everything else. Stuffed turkey style card, says Lovecraft. Oh, we're talking for the, yeah, get stuffed. Yeah, that could be like a Thanksgiving. Yeah, it'd be cool if it said snuffed. What's a snuff? Like a I guess like tobacco chew or something maybe. I'm not sure, but you just keep the conversation. Well, boy, did we get lucky there. That's a nice little thing to drop into. I'm going to close this out just for screen real estate. If anybody wants it open, make your case in the chat. Otherwise, Syscom says hi, everybody. Kombaji Witches escort service for Magical Night Adult Entertainment. Ooh, boy, I'm going to have to. You guys got to email me these because I don't rewatch the shows and all this stuff. Whoa, I almost killed myself. What's cool, though, is what I ended up doing was I unmapped my F6 key. But then I ran into a list that I wanted to F6 against, and so I made it F1, and now, of course, my brain is rerouted, and now F1 is the culprit I'm trying to stay away from. But every once in a while, my muscle memory will save me. I'll hit F6. I'm like, wait, I didn't. And I'm like, oh, I'm still safe. It's just past till I can respond, so good stuff. All right, what are we up against here? Burn. Okay, well, we got Gnaw to the Bone in hand. Once we turn on our Stinkweed Imp, we should have this one. Yeah, I was about to play Hexproof today. I really like Carve's list, and I ran into Carves in 3 different leagues. Each time, he was the only person I lost to, and it was Hexproof, and I was playing that green-red tempo deck. Obviously, I can't do much in game 1, and I have to draw Tranquility Effects game 2 or early Electricity. He just got me every time, so I'm like, all right, I'll take this out. Oh my God, I think I went 2-3. It was awful. But it's the same thing. It was like I even lost a burn with Hexproof. I just never drew it. As far as the Armadillo Cloak being it, and that's all she wrote. It always has a chance. That new compass will be very interesting, allowing really low curves to color out. So we're just going to come on out. We'll drop this. We might be turning on the Landfall Burn spell, but I'm here to say, oh, we got Dragon Breath and the Scavengers in the yard. Those will come out in a turn or two. What I really want to do is we're going to get on Existence. 1 forest is enough for this deck. Yeah, it does look interesting. I think so. The rest we want to almost all keep swamps. Then if you are really angler bound and want to throw that in instead of the mandrills. I just found evasion to be a real thing. Okay. Hey, we got double-digit life. It's not so bad. Looks like our opponent's a little bit mana flooded. Boy, do they like their art. All right, we're taking a Fire Blast to the face, which is what you call every spell when the archer is out. We've got to pay a lot of respects to this. We can already get 4 life and reset that, but they've got the pieces out that set everything up nicely. So we're going to throw this out. We are, you know, I'm not even going to mess around. I'm going to throw the imp out right away. Grab that. And I'm going to just hold back for blockers. 1's not worth the 2, especially against burn. Next turn, hopefully we turn over mostly creatures. We've got a lot in this deck. But you never know. Burn, especially when it's got its pieces out, can really do stuff. But he looks a little flooded. I mean, he's hit every drop. Don't mind seeing the TikTok Persuasion here. That means 2 cards in hand. Let's see what it is. All right, another curse. We really want to churn this stuff through here. Okay. Now goes this. I'm just going to say okay to these. I might be able to respond to these in the future, so I don't want to just auto say yes, that blows. We've got plenty of land. We are going to churn this through. 1, 2. Hey, we got Rotting Rats. That's actually really good against burn. Let's see. I'm going to want one of those. So I think I'm just going to try and blow this up. We'll play 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to play Gnaw to the Bone. It's... I mean, we could make him discard, but if he draws into like a Fire Blast, it could be over way too soon. So hold on a minute. I'll feel a lot better next turn. And I know this seems crazy, but I'm thinking I'm going to kill the Dragon Breath. We've got 2 more, and I'm not really associated with being the aggro in this matchup, and I want as much life as I can get. So I'm going to grab that. I'll pay for the Delve. And yeah, the others... Well, before I do that, why not just... hold on a minute here. Oops. There we go. Ah, darn it. Huge. That's... I didn't mean to even do that. That was a dexterity error because I had it on the stack. I was trying to cast Gnaw first. Now we're kind of screwed if I don't do much here. What I want to do, we're going to be able to trip Rotting Rats. Might as well cast the Rotting Rats here. Hopefully they have... I don't need this, but I'd like to get it back. But we're going to get it back, so I'll do this. Yeah, usually punts are kind of more of a mental thing. That was just a clicking on the mana, and it was like interface. I just haven't played the deck, but it still counts as a punt. So yeah, we'll do that. And he discards a Chain Lightning, so that feels okay. Darn it. That was disastrous. So we've got one dude back. Because we could have at least, if I went the other way, I could have at least attacked with the Scavenger there. Instead, we killed the synergy. Hopefully we live this turn, and we'll be able to just reset that with a Gnaw to the Bone, and hopefully they're drawing just a land here. Good. Well, get a little bit lucky. Call it a half punt. No, that's a punt. Every single outing, I think there's just so many things I'm considering that it's always that first game. There's always at least one punt. Hopefully it doesn't cost us the game here. That was pretty bad. So let that be a lesson to you. When you've got that on the stack, undo, cancel, do whatever you got to do. Our opponent is hellbent. We're going to get back, hopefully, a lot of creatures. Before I do anything, well, no, I can do this. We'll turn on more stuff. Hopefully we'll turn over some more creatures, and then that'll make our Gnaw to the Bone at least pretty valuable. I think I'm just going to keep both Wayfinders back because he's got a way to burn them out. Of course, he could, yeah, just because the landfall mechanic will trip it once, and that'll be 2 for the Firebrand and all that. So, yeah, we'll get this. You know what? We don't even need land. I might just consider throwing them all in there, but we'll do that. Haven't played one yet, have we? Yeah, we have. All right, so we're going to not mess around. We'll do this now. Go up quite a bit. Back to 20. And I was lying. I'll go in for 4. Trying to get him to trade that archer. Gnaw to the Bone is just gruesome. This card is so unfair in the right deck. As you can see, poor burn. Nice draw. Came out. We even made a mistake. And boink! We're starting the game over again. Thank you for trying. And guess what? It's back. This is kind of an aggro-based Tortured Existence. There's not much... looping going on as far as tripping it up with graveyard interaction and superior style cards like the Grave Scrambler and such, but we're just concerned with getting our heavy hitters out and staying alive and churning through some stuff. Back in 20 against Burn. Back to 20 against Burn. Oh yeah. How old is... Oh, it's Siscoms. Alrighty. Got to there. Ooh, old school needle drop. I like it. It's amazing Burn, boy. I just... Every time... You come all the way back, and they always do this to you where they're like, wham, coming on through. All right, let's turn this on and go grab. Even with the Mandrill's ability, we still don't have our Vigilance, dude. I'm going to grab the Scavenger now that we've got haste. I'll discard this. We've got enough. Trip this for black as always. This is about the most mana you want out. The rest is just for Raven's Crime and such. It's got one card I could Rotting Rats, but I'm just going to do this now. Actually, I'm going to say undo, and I'm going to Gnaw to the Bone first. Maybe this will prove a concession. All right, now we'll cast this for extra Dorkitude. We'll go from here. We'll kill that, and then we'll kill that. It'll get haste because it costs more than 6. And now we're cooking with gas. Yeah, I want to do that. Let's go. I sure wish I had even... I am going to respect burn all that more. One's not going to matter. Crazy scenarios have occurred. Here we are. One of these days I'll try burn again. Can't do worse than I did last time. I think what would you go, 2-3 or something? I guess we can do worse than that, but good times. And I got big changes coming up in my life. A lot of workplace upheaval. Nothing bad, just kind of exciting. And so realistically, in the next few weeks or months, propaganda, like it or hate it, either might slow down and or move to Saturdays. We'll see. And it's not for sure yet. Never know. Life has a crazy way of doing stuff. So obviously we're going to bring in 2 Gnaw to the Bone. We don't really need anything else. Our flyers are awesome. But let's see. I'm going to get rid of 1 breath. Crime's going to be good. And we really want to turn on our graveyard. Discard's really good. Rotting Rats is so good. When you unearth this back, it can't be countered. And a lot of even control players don't know that. And you see them tap mana to counter it. And they're like, oh, crap. And then it just throws it out. Curious what's going to happen with propaganda. Friday was a perfect for me, says Chimsky. Well, like I said, it's just a, you know, a warning up front. Like it may happen. It may not. Never know. It's exciting. There's a lot of changes. My brother went through it. He just moved to Colorado. He's been in California his whole life, and the taxes and everything out here are just getting to be a crazy expensive state to live in. So he just up and took off, completely changed his career trajectory, life, everything. It was pretty exciting. But yeah, he just landed last night. They're unpacking everything, so very exciting for him too. So everything's like new and crazy and fun and awesome. So I don't know about you guys. Sometimes, especially if you're over like 30, you get into that groove at Monday, and then it's Friday, and then it's the weekend, and then you look up, and then it's Easter or whatever, and then it's summertime, and then you're just like, it's like the same mulligan over and over again. You just sometimes, especially when you've been at a job as long as I have, sometimes you just kind of thirst for a change. So we're going to really prefer Commune with the Gods over Grisly Salvage here. We're not really looking for a creature or land. We're looking for our tortured existence. So we're going to keep this. Against burn, it might be treacherous, but we've got a lot of ways to turn on stuff. So hopefully he's not running relics. Not many burn lists do. This is one of those lists that can get pretty hurt by graveyard hate. Oops, I got to write down what the hell's going on here, guys. Burn, win, and boom. Okay. Hey, we're still at 20. Things are looking up. Boom, ba boom. Okay, we got enough creatures. I'd like these. I need to start throwing some stuff in my yard here. Boink. All right. Yeah, my littlest is home with a pretty nasty sounding cough today, so he's in the other room watching Moana. If you haven't seen that, I know it seems like kind of a girl's flick, not to sound like a chauvinistic fool, but it's a really, really good movie. I was just blown away by it. All right, I'm going to play this dude just for the blocker. Accelerate. Hopefully we just find another swamp. And we throw in some Gnaw to the Bone and such. Hey, there's 1 Gnaw to the Bone. Okay, well, there's none, but that's fine. See, we've got discard here that's uncounterable against burn. That's going to maybe eat up either land or a 3 damage spell. We've got a blocker. Gnaw to the Bone is in our yard. It's only going to activate for 2 right now, but that's better than none. Let's see. I'm going to Commune next turn, lay the swamp, and hope we nail a Tortured Existence, because one of the best things against Rakdos, black, red combinations, one or the other, all or nothing, is they cannot deal with a herring. No, just kidding. They can't deal with enchantments at all, and I hope they never can. It's a nice little design around there. He's getting off to the races good. He's got the accelerator out. He pretty much fire blasted us. Wait, was that? No, that wasn't a... Thank goodness that wasn't for 3. That was for 2, though. Deep with my son at Adventure Time, Season 4. Oh, I love Adventure Time. Lemon Grab's one of my family's favorite characters. He's so crazy. Just love that guy. Okay, we're going to commune here first. Looking for Tortured Existence. There it is. Hello, friend. Now the Bone's really activated. We'll play this, and I think we start winning next turn. Did we turn over? Nope. It'd be nice if Stinkweed was in there. If burn turns out to be a problem with this deck, you know, I've been in this mood this last month. Obviously, you've noticed I've been dusting off a lot of old ideas and looking at them again. Little tweaks here and there, but I wrote on Facebook, learned a lot about deck design and myself too, where you just kind of revisit something when you're not passionate about it. And I don't mean that in the sake of like, oh, I don't care about this. I just mean you're not invested. You're just looking at it very objectively. And a lot of times I'll be like, hey, I don't need 3 of those. 2 will do. Or maybe I don't need 1 of those. I need all 4. And it makes a big difference. So I recommend you all go through your old files or keep them if you can and do that sort of thing. So we've got double Knot of the Bone. Right now it's 2, 4, 6 it'll gain us. Not joking around with that Firebrand. You get around 9, you're close to death. So yeah. This is interesting. I think I want to Gnaw pretty soon. Wish I had another land. He's got 6 cards in his hand. If I Gnaw now, that's 2, 4, 6 life. Doesn't really do much other than that, though. If I wait, I can Grisly Salvage, and we can go grab a creature and hopefully turn on stuff. And I can do it at instant speed. So I think I'm going to wait here. I can Gnaw in response. Against burn, that's always risky. But hopefully he just sets out maybe another qualifier, another alchemist, or like a curse. And we can, because if Grisly Salvage will represent a lot more life, even though we've got extra Knot of the Bone, we can still respond to like a Hail Mary Fire Blast here. So I think Nimchimsky, I played this maybe in our first or second show, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not diligent enough to go back and keep record of all these things. I just play them as I see them. Just try to keep it fresh. If I had it my way, I'd probably still be playing Mono Black Land Destruction for 6 weeks straight, but oh, I've got if you guys want to remind me after the show too, I've got a new take on the Gruul Land Destruction. Ran into a player that was playing a variant of it, and they ran, hold on, this will be a very interesting turn. He's got to know I've got Knot of the Bone. Maybe he's running Faerie Macabre, right? All right, this is just what I wanted. So this will put us at 7. Now a Fire Blast puts us at 2, so we're okay to Grisly Salvage here. My plan worked brilliantly. Mwahaha. Come on, Stinkweed. You may put a creature. Yeah, or a land. Yeah, I'll choose a land. We'll go like this. We'll go from here. We're on death's doorstep. Ooh, boy, I like this a lot. I'm going to have to Knot a Bone now. Just to stay a bit alive. I'll be able to at least... surprised I don't have any of my little bonus dudes here. The dragons that the deck's named after. But so we'll get rid of all the crap we don't need. Bring this dude out. And we'll block. I mean, we've got another one. I really want to get Tortured Existence in the house. 14... It's got to be a little disheartening. We've got another Gnaw in our hand. That represents 3 Knot of the Bone. So, yeah. Dotsui, good to see you. Thank you for the Kobe head, whatever that means. What is this madness, says Mike Man. Yeah, well, it's kind of the deluxe slang of Tortured Existence. I'm not playing any Grave Scrabblers or weird stuff like that, or common stuff. I'm just using it as an engine to fuel out a bunch of dragons. Okay, so he's killing our dude. That's a good sign. They will come back. Nope, I don't want to pay that. He still hit us for 3 anyway, between the archer's ability and its front side. Yeah. So let's see. If I knew for a fact I was going to hit a land, you might want to Grisly Salvage on your upkeep. Be able to pay for you know what, and go from there. But I'm not sure here. That's every one of these is 4 if you're new to the Firebrand math. And it gets very scary, especially when multiples are out. They finally gave burn a little bit of respect, especially with regards to how much life gain is out there. New Compass comes out today. That's even going to be more life gain. Does he got it? Does he got it? I'm sure he does. Let's see the light up, and we'll go to game 3. Why the drama? Yeah, he's got it. I don't know why they wait like that. Okay. As you can see, I wasn't being paranoid with the Knot of the Bone trip there. We needed to do it. So don't think I could have won that one with really anything else. Let's see. The big difference there was we didn't really have a blocker out for a while. Hopefully that changes up things here. Maybe I'll bring in a caterpillar just to block, eat stuff, grab something in the middle instead of at one breath. I just want bodies, so I'm going to bring in a caterpillar not for its ability, just to you know, bump into something, cause it to maybe get some. It might eat a what do you call the curse? It might. It's not there for that, though. It's just there to be a roadblock. So I wonder why they stopped with the F6 warning sign. I really liked it. Okay, that was a loss. Sorry about the bouncing screen, everyone. I swore I fixed that like 10 times, and every week it seems to come back. It's a scourge, I tell you. All right, well, we see it. We've got what we need, but we don't have enough other stuff. So we're going to mulligan. We do run, I think, 22 lands. It's quite a few. So, all right, this is fine. We'll keep this. We want to run into Knot of the Bone. We already have a discard outlet, so I'm going to throw this on the bottom. Plus, we're going to be, it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to throw a bottom anyway because I'm going to be doing this right out of the gates, and I don't mess around. I'm going and getting it now. Blocks and Archer. That's right. Let's see. I think the next play, if we don't draw anything better, is drop Tortured, trip Wilds for green, and we're off to the races. Hit Wayfinder, and we'll open up the board here, and hopefully we don't see a turn 2 amplifier, but it usually does it. Yeah, it's just another one of those things, right, with the F6 warning sign. It's like, here's a feature everybody liked, and we're going to lose it. Yeah, I think this is still the play. Fill up our yard as much as we can. Mandrills will be pretty close behind. We've already got that. We'll bring out this. We'll hit this. We're in good shape. What sort of treachery is this? End of turn. Cycling. Our opponent might be a little bit flooded. We'll see. Dun, dun, dun. Anybody a fan of Monty Python and the Holy Grail when they sing that Camelot song? There's this dude that claps in there. Looks just almost the same shot. It's a little further away, but it cracks me up when I see it. I always think of that song. Let's not go to Camelot. It is a silly place. Oh, this might be a quick game, guys, in favor of our opponent. He's bringing out the burn that I would run. Kiln Fiend, amplify. Whew. Okay. Play regardless is this for a blocker, and if we get green we might be able to trip Mandrills. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll do that. Now then, if we do this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He costs 6. We'll have to kill the scales just to play the creature. Against an aggro burn deck, I think that's worth eating one of the scales for this ability. Yeah, I'm going to do it, guys. We're going to play this. We'll hit this, and it'll say pay for this. And unfortunately, we're going to have to lose a bit of our synergy here, but I'd rather do that and be alive. Because a Kiln Fiend's pretty damn scary. He's probably got a way to clear this. If he tries to clear both, we still might be eating a lot, but hopefully we get a Stinkweed Imp and Gnaw to the Bone. Very close. The guy in the dungeon clapping. Yes, says Mike Man. Of course, you know exactly the frame I was talking about. All right. Come on, Kiln Fiend. Let's go get you some. I'll block this all day long. I don't want scary amplification situations on my hands. Boink. Let's see what he does. Probably something on the face. I'm a little nervous. I like stock lists. I get real nervous when I think like, oh crap, this guy's running like some... Turns out that probably was the play. Boy, we would have been at like 10 life if we hadn't done that. Maybe even more. Instead, We take 3. We cost them 2 cards and kind of a turn. So I'm not too bummed out about that. Our exiled. The only thing we really lost tempo-wise, Dragon Scales. We got 3 more to come. There it is. But now we're in this little bit of a funk here where we're like, yeah, we want something to discard like a Rotting Rat. So make no mistake, we're up against it already. Save this for some discard. Maybe thinks we're on Knot of the Bone. Got 4 life if we draw it. Like most decks, when it has a good hand, it's like, whoa! Sometimes you can get a little marooned here. Got to run 4 just for the sake of it. Oh, don't kill us again with that Firebrand. Ha! Have to push. Oh, push the Paramalot. That's right. I was looking at that going, what are you... I was like, oh, the song lyric. That's right. Very cool. Ah, man, oh man. We have enough lands, please. I'm getting nervous now. 4 cards and the amplifier's out. This doesn't start. Almost always want swamps in this. God, I wish I could just get rid of all my swamps. Draw pretty much any creature. This hits us for 4. This will be 6. Anything in his hand? 7, 8, 9. I'm not feeling good about this one. I thought we were going to slam dunk it after the first game. It was an easy win, even with a mistake. Game 2, really close, but man, we're going to be in single digits by our next turn if we even live that long. Let's see. There's 2 more. Draw a card, refill the hand. Yikes. He probably thinks I'm baiting Knot of the Bone, so that might be a... Oh, we're going to lose. We drew all 3 Tortured Existence in our first, like, 15 cards, so this guy's got to be on just islands and a bunch of Searing Blazes for us to win this. I'm going to bluff that I've got Knot of the Bone and then untap. This isn't really doing us anything here. We got plenty of discard. I'd just rather have fuel later, so yikes. Next time, citing Crypt Rats, have some removal against Firebrand and Alchemist. Yeah, I'm not going to be paying life to do that. No, sir. We've got a lot of creatures in this. This is just a really clunky draw. Got a lot of land, and all our enchantments came to hold hands. And so, you know, what are you going to do? That's right, little fight. Catch the top of the show with our little Wild Mongrel commercial. It's a miniature fight in the house from what? Gosh, 2 or 3 years ago now. I'm sure he looks totally different. Oh, God. What I said before is quantified now. We are definitely losing round 1. I'm just going to F6 myself and sigh to the magic gods. If any deck's going to do that to you, though, it's burn. They don't give you much time. I mean, we've got 4 Knot of the Bones. I think maybe he's got reactionary cards. God, that'd be so funny. We end up getting like a Stinkweed Imp. And I mean, we have to live 2 more turns. Anything in his hand almost wins here. That'll almost do it. Anything else? Boom! We be toast. But I hope you can see, I mean, honestly, anybody in chat, if you had to bet on these 2 facing each other 10 times, what do you think wins? I'd probably give 7 of them to this deck. There's just way too much life gain. So, all right, we're just going to scoop to this guy. I mean, this is like the worst. Let's see. Okay, that's something. We have a blocker and we immediately turn on, which would have turned over 4 cards. Let's see. Okay, and that would have been... We still don't really have life. Then our next draw would have been that. And we're off to the races there, but man, Stinkweed didn't show up. We're hurting. That's all right. It's one of those 3-2 or better decks, I think. We'll see. Yeah, he was slow rolling all right. I think he was... he had a right to be afraid of the Knot of the Bone too, boy. We had... Man... Got all 4 of them in games 2 and 3. Didn't see them, but boy, our enchantment sure showed up. Ooh. Oh, well. Really thought we were going to start off with a win after that first game. That seemed like a very, very favorable matchup. I'm just glad the only game that we won was the only one I punted on. So, now I have to grab a beer, says Nimchimsky. Nah, we'll be fine. And if we're not, no biggie, because we're not playing Tron or whatever boring, take a nap, eat a loaf of bread and call me in 6 hours sort of decks. Ugh. The last tier 1 deck we played was Mezzles, and of course, pretty easy to go 5-0 with those. 4-1, very easy. 5-0, you can almost kind of, you can see why they get so many of those, but it's just, you can only play those decks for so long, and it's like, I don't know, got to be of a certain mindset. Me too, our Little Rita, that's right. That's got to be our next ad, the Little Rita. Made with, let's see, what could be, I can think of a lot of foods and meats and stuff that are kind of a generic wink wink joke on the Magic metagame and such, but it's kind of hard to think of spices or anything sweet. I guess Sacred Nectar or things like that might work. You could have like a shot of Sacred Nectar. What else? Anybody? Everybody's all frantically getting up their search engines or their Magic search engine. Little Juice. I don't want to go there. That's up there with Soul. Woo! No cards by that name were found. No surprise. All right. Bouncing screen. Damn it! Here we are, and yes. We've got mana and we've got an engine. We'll keep this. It's a little flooded, but you tend to, once you get Stinkweed going and you find your parts, you're just drawn from your graveyard permanently. There's nothing else. So I'm going to drop this and rock for the swamp, and good to go. Lead out with a Commune and go from there. Swamp gets me a little worried just because of the preponderance of bogs and such, but play around it as best we can. Ouch! Well, nothing turn, but that doesn't hurt this deck. We can cast the Scavenger next turn with Commune with the Gods, and we might actually hit for like 5 or whatever. So just want to make sure I cast my land. There we go. Mono black land destruction. I hope not. Actually, with this hand, it shouldn't be too bad. Plus, black has a hard way of dealing with black creatures. Yet another reason I lean on 4 of the Scavengers and not the other way round. Okay. Now the Bone shows up. That's kind of cool. We're going to want an extra swamp. We're going to cast this. Hopefully, if they're counter happy, we can still turn this over. But if not, all right. So we're going to grab this. And then we're going to do this. Boom, 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 boom. And all of a sudden, our measly little 3/3 turns into a gigantic. I'm a little hopeful for this hand because we have so much fluff and crap in our yard that we're probably less likely to draw more of it. Yes. Feels like we're kind of creature light the last 2 games, but if you look at the deck list, you'll find out. No, we're not. But so check this out. Outside of bounce and removal, they're not much getting through a 4/5 flying Delve Vigilance. Well, Delve doesn't really qualify anything, but it's like, you take your silly little Mole Drifter. I mean, against this, I mean, imagine a Spire Golem, one of the scourges of the skies in Magic, or Pauper Magic, I should say. 1 swing. Oh, and I get to block next turn. It's beautiful. Of course, that deck usually has bounce, but life gain will usually keep us in it. Yes! Things are looking up. We will go like this. And if he kills that, we'll thrash the imp out. If he has a Edict effect, it's fine. We've got so much food. We'll be all right. Just going to swing in. I was just looking the other day. I was my next project the next week or 2, if anybody's bored or curious, is the impact of Vigilance in a metagame where it's swing, swing, swing. The reason Fog and Life Gain are a legit thing is that they buy you those turns, and so does Vigilance. And there might be a way maybe Mono White Heroic can do stuff. See, these things just dead meat. That's another reason why there's only 1 Hooting Mandrills. Now Angler all day long bumps into that. They recur it. Boom, boom, boom. This is just chomping for Fire Blast in the air. Oops, I better pay attention to what he's grabbing. Doomblade. Yay. We like that. I'll keep the mandrills and apes in the yard. Hello, Tree Terratops. Good to see ya. Okay. I wish I could have a creature in my yard, but I don't. And there's that. So we don't really need this. Rotting Rats really shines in this matchup. I really want to draw one. But until we do, we're kind of dead in the water here. I am tired of seeing forests. I don't need any more. This will be enough. There's not even a give and go with this scenario. And if there's another Dragon Scales, then you sit there and you block Angler all day long. Worst case scenario, oh, you don't have any removal. Of course we do. We just block with an imp, comes back, boom, bang, pow, zing, and whatever other sound effects you would like to add to the equation. All right, Augur of Bolas, chilling in front of your cool waterfall. Let's see what's going down. I think he's got a handful of Doom Blades. Thank you for that, Robot Man. Okay. Boy, oh boy, we are just Clunk City today. At least we have some offense this game. I've got a lot of discard for these scenarios in Wild Mongrel, and we have pretty much 8 rats between Rotting Rats and its Unearth ability. We just need to draw them. I'm saving Stinkweed Imp to turn on our graveyard and also save Sultai Scavenger. Many sort of mishaps, but even here, you know, he blocks it and we're going to... It's alright, it'll die. Cool, cool. Maybe he's got Tragic Slip. That'll take care of the Scavenger for a turn. Keyword for a turn. He drops that. Good grief. Alright, I am really tired of lands and enchantments. We don't need much more. Let's go. We'll get this out. We'll play this. We'll attack. No reason not to. Caps out for propaganda, says Popper Den Den. Thank you for that. Dun, dun, dun. All right. What do we got here? Another gigantic critter. Another mold drifter. Even a double block don't save you, baby. Now, please, no more lands, no more enchantments. Got all 3 Tortured Existence again. Less than halfway through our deck. I've thought of splicing, because we do have Ash Barrens and fetch ability. Maybe an Auramancer for those games when Tortured Existence ends in your yard, but I don't think it's worth the clunk. Hey, maybe I'll put in a Navigator's Compass. Just kidding. That would not fit in this, but... Ugh, good lord. It's like I just, please lose. We're trying to make you lose. Alright, well, he can only not block a little bit longer here. Something should happen next turn. He should be able to kill something. Okay, this is fine. This is cool. We'll be able to at least bring this back. You'll see how this works. We'll kill his stuff. Okay. Now we'll be able to do stuff. Alright. Let's go grab our Scavenger. We'll discard Disagger. And then we'll play it again. I guess there's no reason to really use up our yard more than we need to. Make them think we got something going on. Pay 3 for Delve. Okay, Commune, Ash, and a Wild. There we go. Yeah, I want to put it back on there. And the problem's back. It's the Twitch itch. And Chimsky are full of them today. Good times. Woo. All right. What we don't want to see here is graveyard removal. Crypt Incursion would be really terrible. So regardless, we bring back Stinkweed Imp to prevent this kind of crap so that we know we're drawing stuff and we just turn our deck into a toolbox. So, here we go. Upkeep. Yep, we want this back, please. Hey, look at all this good stuff. Okay, let's go crazy. Our stuff's better than his stuff. We'll cast Rotting Rats. Get rid of the junk. Not like we're playing against Burn. We can let Knot of the Bone kind of sit there for a while. Discard it. Okay. I don't want to play Hooting Mandrills against this list because we already saw he's pitching Doomblade, so he's probably got like Ghastly Demise and stuff. So we shall go grab another Scavenger. We'll discard this to do it. We'll try to play it. We'll see if it works. Pay delve 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He's got the counter. Yowza. Okay. Stuff's going to die. Might as well attack. Let's go. Used a counter spell. That's cool. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to Gnaw to the Bone just to do it. Stop a counter. Never know. Life's always good. Good times. Here we go. Cannon Spectacle. What's the white card in the bin? Oh, that's the same thing. Dragon Scales. Enchant creature gets +1, +2, and has Vigilance. Comes out for free on anything that costs 6 or more, which is the majority of our focus. No graveyard hate. Feels like we got this one, but believe me, a little bit of graveyard hate and blop. That's why I'll Gnaw to the Bone and try to stay alive. Oh, it's another big boy. Gnaw to the Bone will keep us honest. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Let's click really slowly here. Okay, and no. That would suck. Be careful with that. Not a good deck if you're of the inebriated persuasion. Keeping up counter spell magic. We've already had. Oh boy, he's got quite a bit. Maybe Gnaw to the Bone is going to be a real deal this game. I just if he's got bounce, maybe 2 turns. Nope. The way I play live on Twitch, I wouldn't be surprised if I accidentally screw that up and that come through. Now, if the Dragon Scales does hit again, that would be pretty sweet. Because then we've got like a 5/7 nuts. Okay. Cancel that through. We'll go to 23. More stuff in the yard. Back comes our friend the Stinkweed Imp. Boink. Hey, look at that. Okay, let's go grab Oh, Rotting Rats would actually be kind of cool, huh? Let's rats first. I love this. It's like, counter that. Hopefully they got 2 good cards. I don't want to see a land here. I want to see like a Condescend or something. Discard a card. All right. Mine's junk. What do you got? Hey, it's a Deprive. Woo-wee. Well, we're probably going to get countered no matter what here, but we'll try it. We'll go get a Scavenger. Discard this to do it. Yeah. I'll pay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I could crime right here. Wait, no, I couldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cancel that. What's this? Let's Gnaw now. Making sure to use green. Gain the life now. See if he wants to counter that. All right. Now we'll do this. This. I don't know about Raven's Crime. Well, I really want those 2 to hit. I'm not going to want Mandrills. And I'll get rid of this too. I already used our Gnaw ability, so he's probably got a counter here. He'll be hellbent. We've got Raven's Crime in the yard. And the same thing's going to happen next turn. So it's fun when that happens, you know? I mean, look at that. It's like, I'm going to sit back and do all, I'm going to counter. Nope. All right, next turn, same thing. You better just keep top decking counter spells. Even if he kills the Scavenger, what would be kind of funny is that, you know, when this comes back, it'll be like a 5/7. Then it's like, well, Angler, have fun running into that. Always, yes. Always turn off yields. Okay, here he goes, looking for something. Let's turn on the thing and see if he's did it. Bottom, that sounds good for us. He needed a Mole Drifter or what? Here goes half our life. Not a problem. We're not playing against Burn like last round. Here we are. I'm happy so many of you are joining us today. I know it's kind of a pretty... When I announced that we might not have the show today, it was like, oh, that's probably a pretty good idea just because of the crazy amount of, what do you call, Dominaria and pre-releases and all that stuff. So, okay, let's make sure to do this now. I'm going to target Scavenger, pay this, discard that. I'm not going to attack till this goes through. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no real reason to eat up my yard for more than I need to. I'll keep that on, and we'll trip the wilds. Did he really walk into another counterspell? Wow. Well, same sort of thing. Look at this. He's keeping it real. We're going to be at like 4 or 5 life next turn. So now we have to block. It's got a counterspell. Well, let's see. The good news is if we turn over 5, 6. Yeah, we've got lethal next turn. If we just block and kill because of the dragon's breath and stuff. So it feels like, oh crap, but the thing that scares me is the mystical teachings, because he can, let's see, he's going to need 6 for that, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, he can go get it again. Wow. Maybe I should just cast the Stinkweed Imp, right? A little late for that. We can still the play is to block because, well, we have to. And the other reason being we'll be able to turn on Gnaw of the Bone, which will reset the game. If he wants to counter that, then we bring this back and we hit for 6 with haste in the air. Because we're dead, Cannon Spectacle. Yeah, thank you for that. Semi-punt. Alright, I'll let this go. Boom. Hopefully he just overextends here. We've got to do something pretty major this turn. Common mistake. Alright, we need to bring back Stinkweed. Let's see it out of the bone. No. Huh, wow, well, looks like we're going to not win. I guess that's the... I'll probably just auto scrub here because, you know, he's going to be able to go fetch another counter spell. Now, if we just could play a Stinkweed Imp, that still doesn't save us. We're going to eat it. And I'm worried about next game because he's probably going to bring in like Crypt Incursion and really be able to reset the board. So, but yeah, that seems to be the play. Sultai Scavenger. I'll pay 1. I'll discard this. I really wish they, one of our dudes showed up in the yard here. Oh well. We'll play this. Try to conserve our graveyard. Not that it's really going to matter. He'd have to punt pretty hard for us to win here, but we still can. Haha. Boom, boom. Maybe he just punted. I don't want to set this to always yield for this very reason. Yes. Yes, he's probably got like a Diabolic Edict or the ability to go get one. Yes. Or hopefully now he's going, oh crap. Yes. And no. So I'm glad at least even if we lose, this is always fun to see a deck kind of do its thing. If you're like, how did that happen? It's just anything in 6 or more comes into play here. So let's hope. I'm sure it's dead. He's going to go fetch something and we're going to be off to it. Or that. Okay, scoop time. He's still alive. We're not. We're dead. Down a game against Teachings. Close one. Okay, let's see. Not much going to do much here. I don't know if he's going to keep in anti, like, you know, Doomblade style stuff. I think 2 Gnaw of the Bones probably, I don't know. It feels like we're kind of a little bit pre-boarded here. Battlefield Scrounger. That'd be interesting. I mean, we only had like 17 cards left. How could I have won there, Nimchimsky? I don't get that one. We are the aggressor. We're going to want to keep the breaths in. The scales, I could probably lose 1 scale, but for what? Macabre, probably? I don't know. Outside of a Chainer's Edict. It's not really our concern there. I couldn't have swung. I had to block the next turn. Yeah, that turn I was dead if I didn't block, guys. Oh my gosh, did I? Yep, you're right. That's another punt then. Yeah, it just shows not having any warm-up games with this. It's like, oh, attacking equals tapping, so apologies for that. Thank you for catching that too. All right. Yep. Man, that is mega punting. That's 2, so I'm going to write down that. It's technically, well, that one cost me the game. The first one didn't, but that one surely did. Apologies for that. Like I said, that's the biggest drawback to playing something new, and I had no time to prep this morning. Oh my God, I'm surprised the show worked because I had so many little ghosts in the machine, and oh crap, this didn't work. And then all my presets needed to be reprogrammed when I'm normally like done and just kind of trying to chill out. So, all right, enough excuses and crap. I'm going to bring in 1 Scrounger. I'm going to lose 1 Scales, and we're going to go for it. Scrounger just for a creature. I don't really assume it's going to anti-mill anything, especially with counter spells being active. But yeah, that was a mega punt. Can't say much more than I'm sorry. Yes. The deck's showing up. I'm not. Oh, we've got 2 kind of crap cards we don't want to see in our hand. We have discard, but our mana's right, so I'm going to keep it. Hopefully we run into quite a few rats. Boom. I'm going to lead off with wilds into a swamp. Almost always the play. And there we go. Boy, let's top deck. No, that's not that bad. So between these 2, if you don't have Tortured Existence out, you always want to lead with Commune. That's why we run 4 instead of the Grisly Salvage 3. We'll drop that. That's kind of a must counter next turn. We can almost bait counters with it if you have 2 of them. So that's the one time that they are good. We see like an island drop here, and we draw into another one. That's always fun. Okay, now I'm just going to throw it out there unless he's playing a null. We should be all right. Got to be a little conservative with our graveyard. He's probably brought in Nihil Spell Bombs or Relics or some sort of tricknology like that. And because of this, yeah, I think we're going to pop this. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, I am going to cycle this for Swamp. We will play the Existence while we can, and then we'll just play our Scavenger old school style. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. It doesn't get any of the benefits, but maybe it'll eat something. We've got rats next turn, which will cost them a quality card and just help us. So that. I've ran up to as many as 3 mongrels main for these kind of hand scenarios, but rotting rats by 4 and by far because it acts like cards 5, 6, 7, and 8. Never play around 4 spike. Are we not playing Angler because it has no evasion? Yes. Everything in the world blocks it. So one of the things I've run up against in memory anyway, because like I said, I haven't really played this all that often, but with this style deck is that cards like this, they have to kind of choose when to go for it. And at the moment, we're going to want to keep that. Let's we'll toss this. Bring it back to life. Discard a card. All right. Okay. Now, since he's on that, I'm going to attempt to go get the Scavenger again. We will be turning off our yard if we do that, though. Hold on a minute here. Yeah, we can double activate Tortured Existence. So I think that might be a mistake. We'll just hang out here. We can always grab it in response to it being tripped. Here comes 4. And we'll sit back. He doesn't trip it. It's when I really like Relic. You just kind of tick-tock them down. Nihil Spellbomb, you're kind of all in. Relic, you can hit them. Then if they respond to it, you can trip it. You're way back on the clock. Thank you for that. Man, I am just comedy of errors here, guys. Thank you for holding my hand. All right. Let's go and gain some life. I'm berating myself too much for all my screw-ups. We'll hit that up. Boom, boom, boom. We'll just draw for draw's sake. Cancel that. I think we've got some end of turn shenanigans. Let's discard here. See what he wants to see. That might actually help him with anglers and such. Hopefully not. He does have another Doomblade. He's probably holding on to another one. Alright. Yeah, that's the other thing too. 3/3s and above. This thing tends to get around a lot of the common removal. Or if they're removing it like a Stinkweed, it's kind of a good thing. We want it in our graveyard. Grisly Salvage. Probably not going to see. That might actually really encourage him to trip it. If he taps all out, could still trip it all, unlike the aforementioned Relic. My problem is I just like too many decks. There we go. 2 of our beasts out of here. Can't really do much here. I'm gonna undo. Alright, that sucks. Let's go grab 2, 4, 5. I'll grab this. Discard this. If he trips it now, we're in deep trouble, but we can always reset our board. Okay, so we're going to be out 1, 2, 3 of our scavengers. So I got real 2 hard hitters left. Okay, here we are, here we are. He's drawing cards. I'm going to wait for this phase, and then we'll Grisly Salvage. So he's floating 1 blue. And here we go. Okay, you may put a creature or a land in there. All right, we'll choose the Rotting Rats. Zip. Doink. Boom. Yeah, that new black draw card seems pretty sweet. Down comes an angler. Okay. Yeah, we're bringing this back. Battlefield Scrounger. Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to need land here pretty soon. This is not feeling well already. 1, 2. So at least eat something and trade. Block the angler and cost them a card. Feeling frazzled. Feeling rattled. Too many punts. New deck. Crazy life last few days. Apologies. But stuff happens. We got a blocker, but not for long. So we made him lose a Doomblade. I thought he had already... Oh, he exiled 1 and then he ate 1. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay. Battlefield's a little too pricey for us. We're going to try to... We've only really got 2 more win options left in the deck. I mean, Battlefield could come out. Doesn't trip for 6 though, so our scales are kind of dead cards to it. Gotta be taking some notes here, other than punts. I think we lost a burn no matter what, because the one punt on burn, I just lost. This one, however, that'll come back, cost him a card. I already have one. I'm gonna say I gotta bring this back. Even though I have one in my hand, I need that I need the yard to fill up. That helps. We don't have any of our big dudes though. Alright. At this stage I'm just going to play this. Might get countered. In that case we're going to eat 4. Alright. Not looking good. I think we're going to go down 0-2 with this new build, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. Yeah, I wanted so bad to just, no pun intended, delve into the new set and showcase something new, but one more knock Nimchimsky against Friday shows, is that's when the sets get released, and so you're looking at like 2 or 3 really quiet shows a year, whereas if I had that 24 hours I could probably have something kind of spicy the next day. But I think this is scooping time pretty soon. Okay, and no. What I'm looking to do though with that Navigator's Compass is there needs to, I even thought about it with Infect. There needs to be a deck that just needs to stay alive a little bit longer, wants access to another color, but doesn't want any hindrance in mana interruption. So you could play a mono green deck that just has like a transformative sideboard. In theory. Of course you have to draw it. Something's there. When stuff costs 1, it's time to have some fun. Olesh in the house. Alright. Good to see you. Hopefully Olesh will bring me some luck, because we're down a game and it looks like it's about to be 2 games real quick. Courtesy of Angler and Company. Stinkweed to the counter, to the block. What? Then he gets it back. What's the best thing we could do here? We, what do we have? We've got Dragon's Breath. We don't really want to be attacking here, though. Now, if we bring that back and get that, we can trip it. We can Rats for the Dragon Scales. Maybe, yeah, that's kind of our only out, is to just keep... I would love another land. I just want to keep churning. Hopefully we get... There's a Dragon Scales. Well, this is interesting. Hold on a minute. I know we're down on time. We're probably going to lose this one. However, check this. He's probably got another Doomblade. Of course, he churned through 2. We can Rats... No, we can't. We can go get Hooting Mandrills. Discard this. Man, I wish I had one more mana. We could Rats at least and throw the Scales out. As it sits now, we can't. So I'll keep that up just in case he's got some sort of... We can at least imply that we have tricks. Get rid of that, that. Down he comes. I'll at least be able to block. Oh, and that's what we didn't want to see. Alrighty. Well, that sucked. But you can see that will withstand Angler math, but the problem next turn is... we're going to need to be able to do that and Gnaw to the Bone. We've got 2 in the deck, and there's only 17 cards left. A new Wizard Burn build. I like the sound of that. So yeah, we're losing this one. If we had Gnaw in the yard, we could at least draw into a land and maybe do something. But yeah, this one's over, guys. We'll just have some fun with this last turn, though. Why not? Good old times. See what's going down. Is it going to show us any goodies? Umbrask. Devour flesh. Well, that'll make us live for a long time. Not. All right. And here we are. We've already got our stuff. Say cancel. Hey. All right. Well. Gosh darn it. Let's do this. We'll discard this. We'll go get this. He's going to make us gain a lot of life or counter it, one of the two. But just to show you guys, again, how it works, like we even need to know. Got plenty of stinkweeds now. I don't really need to conserve on those. But you can see how Battlefield Scrounger is kind of a legit, even if they're not milling us. We're at 16, so boop, boop. Let's hopefully this first one sticks. And that way we'll be able to live a little bit longer. Nope. And we're dead. Good news, though, is what I was trying to say is we're down 2 games. But, let's see. Yeah. I've got a new little commercial break for going to the bathroom. So, I'll cue it up, and I'll be right back. And hopefully, we start winning some of these things called magic games.
Experiment 1. An experiment was carried out to demonstrate the effects of boiling water upon proteins. A quantity of water is heated over a Bunsen until it reaches its boiling point of 1000 degrees. Now we take our sample of protein. For the purposes of this experiment, we're using an egg. Next, the egg is placed carefully into the beaker. Let's see what happens to the egg after it's been in the boiling water for 1 minute. The scientist removes the egg and examines its interior consistency. From the state of the albumin, we can see that the protein has hardly reacted to the intense heat of the water. Let's try another egg, this time for 2 minutes. Make sure you look out for the release of the new albumin. It's out now. The protein is beginning to react. We try a further egg, this time for 3 minutes. Now let's take a look inside the third egg. The heat of the water has caused the molecular structure of the glutinous protein to coagulate. In other words, not too runny, not too hard, a perfect eggie. Salt is added to taste, and breakfast is served. Le petit déjeuner est prêt. Write that down in your copybook now.
Hey all you propaganda knights! Want a great deal that also helps propaganda? Well, you're in luck! Visit flipsidegaming.com for all your paper magic needs. Simply enter the code PROPAGANDA and get 10% off on all orders $10 or more. Plus, you'll help us too.
And we're back. Alrighty, let's start some winning ways here. Yes, the 1/1 flyer, that's pretty cool. I like that little birdie. Birdie. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. And the blue robots build, I'm going to throw that in there right away. The sparring golem's pretty cool. I think between that and bond beetles and such, there might be something to a pure green hexproof build that's just forgoes the life gain of cloak and the accelerants and just goes for the extreme maybe evasion route, treetop bracers, plus just the ability to just kind of put +1/1 counters on stuff that can't really be avoided. Tiger. You knew it, Mike, man. I knew you'd get that. I didn't even like hint other than just the quick one. All right. Come on, baby. Let's do something. I want to. It's so fun to just swing with like a 7/8 vigilance flying beast. Good times. All right. Come on now. Let's play some damn magic. Woo! Get some Ric Flair going on. Let's see. You talking to... Ooh, man, this is tempting. I think I'm going to keep it. We do have like 22 lands in this. We're on the draw. We have everything we need. Do I succumb to temptation? What do you say, guys? Watch, they got like Stompy or Burn, and, just bleh, and we miss a land drop for 3 turns. Woo, says Ric Flair. Yeah, there should be a emoticon for that. Keep. Roll the dice. Oh, this is intoxicating, this hand. Can even pitch our... I'm going to keep it. No? God, one land and we're just swinging. Any land and we're swinging. Mole. All right. Mulligan. Meh. You jerks. All right. Mulligan that. All right. We'll keep that. Thank you. I'll throw that on the bottom. We got enough shuffling to get that through. We'll see where we go from here. Too much salsa. Eject, says Decor. Oh, this will be interesting. Or not. Little protection from your deck, and we'll be dead real quick. If they've got it. That's cool. We'll float on out with our goods here. Hopefully we can turn on our sideboard faster than not. Almost played a variant of this today. I'm really looking for a good Vigilance heroic something rather. I don't know. Just got to hang up with Vigilance lately, I guess. Maybe it's my own fault. I couldn't even see what was going on. It was Dominaria commercial still up. Yeah. I call it Dragon Delver. It delves with lots of dragons. Okay. Be real careful if you try to take lands out of this deck. Seems like you want to just put more toys, but you really want to be able to hit a land when you're drawing. The only time you, if you have your graveyard activated with Stinkweed Imp, Tortured's out, blah, blah, blah. The only time you usually don't bring that back, very few times, that's not the right play. But when it is when you do need one more land. And so that's why it runs a little heavy on that, so you don't have to do much. But gosh, we got just a few turns here if we don't start doing something. I'm gonna trip this for swamp, and then I'm gonna trip this for another swamp, and that's about all I can do. No, I don't run Fangs at all. More concerned with the flying one. And the only other creature that it enchants already has trample. The Hooting Mandrills. So, believe me, it's a good deck. I know we started off 0-2. I think Burn got us either way in that first one. But like I said, I'd give us the nod there. And who knows what would have happened game 2 if I didn't punt, thinking that I couldn't attack with a Vigilance creature. I don't think I've ever hit the heights of that stupid play. But just goes to show how much of your brain power is just going through the motions. It's like, well, I can't attack because I need to block. And it's like, read the card. How long have I played this game? Woo-wee, we are almost dead already. Well, we need something in our yard, but boy, we don't want it to be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hopefully, he's probably got a way to make that pro black and we're dead. Discard a card. Okay. Zoop. Let's see what he discards. Ooh, quality stuff. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, we're losing this one. I don't see a way out of this. Stinkweed block with no protection in a deck that maybe has like 8 spells that can grant protection like that one, and we're off to game 2. Boop. We'll forego this. Be really surprised if this keeps losing at this rate, but it can happen. Snuff Out. Be good in response. What do you guys think? 3 of those? I'm going to lose 2 breaths. Going to be more of the wait and blocker as opposed to the aggro there. Knot of the Bone I'm going to bring in. Let me take out Snuff Outs for just a bit. What do you guys think of Snuff Out? I'll just pose it like that. We have Moment's Peace. That'll definitely want to be about a 2 of. A lot of ground critters. That big backside of the other one, I want to go through the air, so I'm going to lose the Mandrills. Rotting Rats. I'm going to lose one of those. It's not control we're playing against. They tend to be a little bit more hellbent. So, yeah, I brought in Moment's Peace. We got 2 of those. 3 Knot of the Bone. Got the air power. 1 haste. A lot of defense here. Raven's Crimes. I'm not going to want to see that. And we'll want to see Knot of the Bone a lot and Moment's Peace. We're going really defensive here to buy time for our air power to go through. I'm a little worried about a pro-black flying dude holding up the skies, though. So, Snuff Out does seem good. Maybe I should make what to lose. Let me lose a rat and 1 piece. Bring in 2 Snuff Out. Got to play those real smart. Crypt Rats in theory looks good, but everything gets pro-black and so big anyway. I'm not really looking to sweep anything, so let's do that. 2 Snuff Outs. Hopefully I'll do the case. I don't think we're favored in this matchup. The last 2, I'd say we're really favored against Burn. We just happened to lose. Remember we had that really heavy land enchantment draw, which is kind of rare. Then against Teachings, should have been 1-1. Who knows what would have happened game 2. I lost that one, not the deck. So the deck is 1-1. I'm 0-2. That's a safer way to say it. More accurate. This is cool. We can always block with that. We'll keep. Given that I just want to turn on stuff as fast as possible, I think the play here is actually Wilds over Existence. So I'm going to play it till we've got a target. We won't need it. Swamp it is. Woohoo! Here we go. Already in round 3. If we lose this one, man, gonna be a fast tournament. So what card you guys most excited about? It seems like everybody's the Green Ponder seems to be the one. After the new card smell wears off on that, I don't know if that's gonna be playable. I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 decks that are able to use it, but running a little clunky here. I'm not gonna lie. Feels like I might need more discard outlets early. I mean, we do have technically 8 Rotting Rats and then the Wild Mongrel. Might as well make our opponent think that we're off to a bad mana start. Never know. Maybe they're playing White Land Destruction. That's something I've never tried. I don't think it can be tried. Some colors just don't agree. All right, so now we're going to see if he's got any of the tricks. Well, we've at least got that. I'm just going to do this to turn on our... One of the neat things about Stinkweed, unless they're running Journey to Nowhere, which is a very good choice against this deck. In this scenario, it's like, okay, well, if you can kill my dude, then it kind of helps the deck, which not many decks can say that. So it's pretty neat. Hopefully this just showcases another way to play Tortured Existence. So far, it's not a winning way. That's fine. Boy, how fun would it be to have Snuff Out right now. Pow! We can still draw into it. He's hell-bent, or I mean tapped out. Is there a magic word for tapped out other than tapped out? I know when you don't have any cards in your hand, it's called hellbent. It's that new wizard for me. The 3/2 says Little Fight comes with a bolt where E lands or 2 are. That sounds pretty pricey, my friend, but yeah, there's first strike against the damn imp. But hey, see, the imp at least saved us a turn. I can still block. This is cool. Play this before you drop your land. Usually you're going to want Swamp, but given what we're up against, hopefully Snuff Out doesn't get shown here. Very interesting. Okay, well, at least finally we have a target for that. Man, we need to be able to discard some more of this just hand fodder. We've already got a Swamp. We don't need to pitch that. I'm going to call this, play this just in case he just goes Nova on us. And I will block the screw guard, the sky guard, this turn. And if I can't, if he pumps it up, pro black, blah, 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 now it's a 9/9, hey, I've got Moment's Peace. And you should too. All right, all right. And on a completely side note, my best buddy Little Fight, as many of you know, I've just got to give my hats off to him. He had a life situation, and he just erred towards the side of quality over what everybody, you know, out of what most people would have auto-included out of fear, and just kind of gone on with everything. And so my hat's off to you, my friend. I respect the hell out of you for doing that. Awesome, awesome way to live. Because you blink and you're 40, you blink and you're 60, and then you blink and you're not blinking anymore. There's a lot more to life than clicking on things and doing. You should be doing something you like. That's my point. And even doing something you like can get old sometimes. I've run into that a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that's first strike. I could just double block here, fill up my yard. I think that's the play. I'm going to keep Moment's Peace back. I'll just do this. You know, I know it's not going to kill it. Yeah, I could kill the Seeker there. Okay, we'll go like that. I'm back. Yeah, heavy stuff. To Paley. Hello, good to see you. Kill my things, please. Let's get back Stinkweed. Oh, we're sucking deep, Paley. We're 0-2. Maybe should be 1-1. All right. We don't have much else here. Man, I want to be able to get some stuff here. Scavenger might be the play here. Nah. Actually, cancel that. I think I'm going to just play the Stinkweed Imp. Opt to take 6. Kill this dude. Or Moment's Peace. Yeah, yeah. You betcha, my friend. That's love, baby. Woo! Pro Black. Gosh, with first strike, you should probably put it on the other dude, but I don't see us winning this one now. That's a permanent Pro Black against our Black Flyers. You know, even if he gets close to losing, he'll at least be able to sit back and block and enchant the next thing. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be 0-3. Make no mistake, I'm going to play the hell out of this. Hopefully try to end a little strong. All right, well, I'm going to do something with my damn mana. If you're not going to let me at least block, I'll do that. Hooah! You know, if I had a time machine, I would have put in the Battlefield Scroungers and tried to deck him. Had a chance on that. Not like we can keep bringing back Gnaw to the Bone indefinitely, but yeah, nix that. That was a bad idea. Okay. Well, we can get those to come out and play. I'll bring this back. Gnaw to the Bone shows up. Man, we still really don't have many targets here. Let's go grab We'll grab the Scavenger. Darn it. Discard this. Yeah, I think we can live a little bit longer. God, we just don't have our stuff. Got Gnaw to the Bone there. We need our things to show up. I'll at least cast this dude. We've got Moment's Peace flashback or the other dude. We'll hold off here. Alternate win conditions. Set in Fog Frogs. Deck them. Yep. I've just preferred Moment's Peace. So many times the Spore Frog, I've got it in another build I was playing. There's just those times when, you know, if it lives, you can, and they just lightning bolt it on your turn, and you're like, that's where Moment's Peace beats it. But you could say the same thing about Dispel. Can't dispel the Zifrog. Hooey. Okay, well, if he's not going to attack with Seeker, we might have an out here and be able to Gnaw to Bone ourselves to death. We'll go to 13. We'll throw these things under the bus. Bring this back. Come on, where's our... Good lordy. Where is our stuff? All right. Wayfinder. Pay this. Hit this. We can at least Moment's Peace again. maybe intimidate him through the skies. I'm not sure. We only got one scale and it kind of blows. We'll go here, here. Careful, careful, careful. Good deck for glasses, that's for sure. Normally all our stuff gets piled on here and we have haste and it's over real quick, but not today. It's not going to work out. What does he have? Some sort of protection from spell? He could Chow Mano's Blessing our own guy. That'd be pretty funny. Because then we'd have a pro white dude for free. Not for free. What am I talking about? Do you want to do this awesome thing? Yes. Cue metal music now. Alright. One is not worth all that, so I'm just going to keep this dude going. Shutting off his life gain by not attacking, so it gives us a little out because we've gotten out of the bone. Got moment's peace. Moreover, I'm going to just really hold out on that. Whoo! Hemp foo! Stinkweed Imp on 420. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's right. Most of you are probably of the fogged persuasion today, right? Still something I've never tried. I can't block anything. What am I waiting for? I'm waiting for maybe a moment's peace. Haven't seen any snuff outs at our yard. Oh, yes, hat. Okay. Not sure. 19-2. All moment's peace. We're getting low enough. Keep our life total up, so he's got to do tricks and such. We've gotten out of the bone, which is only going to get better the more times we activate Imp. Come on, Imp. Where's our rats? Son of a gun. Man. But the only thing we can grab is our stinking dude there. Let's see. Protection from black. I've got to be able to activate and kill stuff. If I do grab a land, I can still activate it though, so I think I'll gamble with that. We'll rock with the finder. Bring out some green love. Ooh. I didn't even hear you suggest that. Was that on Facebook, buddy? I didn't. Oh man, the one time we almost don't want to hit a land at all, and boom, that happens. Well, if we live this turn, we'll be all right. Hopefully he doesn't have a bunch of holy crap, here it comes cards. Look that up in the deck editor. Pretty sure we're losing this one. He can kind of go Nova here, maybe. Oh, land doesn't help. He will still be alive at the end of turn. Hey, well, there's a blocker. What's he gonna go all in? See how much vigilance? This game wouldn't even be a game if he had vigilance. That's kind of my point. You made it. What are we doing this week? Devon, good to see you. We're playing Delver Dragons. Runs off of Dragon's Breath and Dragon Scales, and it churns through your yard and throws out these guys for 1 mana, or the Hooting Mandrills. And optimally, it turns into like a 6/10 flying vigilance with haste. But one bad draw and one big punt, and we're already 0-2, about to be 0-3, it looks like. Got kind of a toolbox in the yard, a little vulnerable to some stuff. And then to get rid of stuff that gets stuck in our hand, we run Wild Mongrel and Rotting Rats. But it's not been enough yet. All right, last dance. Let's go. Boom. Man, we still don't really have much along the way of good creatures. Yeah, we cancel that. Only 16 cards left. All right. I've got to watch out here. I'll rock like this. One Snuff Out's in the yard. Maybe that'll make him nervous. I don't know what that'll do, what that'll accomplish. Who knows? If I do get to game 3, maybe I should bring in the Hooting Mandrills just because he's saying pro-black, as most people would. But this deck has so many ways to get around other colored persuasions that it probably won't be much of an issue. Okay. I'm not going to cast the Imp because I want to be able to Gnaw to the Bone back, reset our life a little bit. Yeah, I'm surprised the show even happened. Heck, with my record, it probably shouldn't have, right? Couldn't have hurt, but... Whew. It was just some weird little thing. We reset all the PC, and man, I had to reprogram everything. It was a massive, monumental headache. Even for Miss Deluxe. She spent all of Sunday tweaking and doing all kinds of things. So, okay, well, I'm going to... yeah, this is a neat play here. I'm going to gnaw to the bone and see where I get. Gnaw to the bone, which will at least let our imps kill stuff. That's why I didn't want to fog there. We'll block where we can and go from there. As we shut off his creature route, he's got 3 creatures. He can probably make something pro-black here. What's this? Oh, he's turning that dude up. All right. If that goes in the yard, it's almost a good thing. If we can... Our rotting rats, it'd be nice if they showed up. Lifelink, 5/5. Boom, boom. Okay. Whoosh. Bam. Dead, 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 dead. That will die. We're not far behind. Let's go grab the scavenger. Discard this now. Ba-na-na-na. Alright. Moment's Peace still in the house. We've got that. We've got that. I hate to do this but we kind of need to because we want to see the rats. There they are. Ah. 1 rat. Get rid of that scale, please. Discard a card. Okay. Now it's going to kind of hang out. I don't think the play here is to go off with the scavenger yet. I want to have the 3 mana. I've got a Moment's Peace and a Gnaw to the Bone. I want to just kind of slow roll this a little bit. We are hitting for 5 after all. Yeah, I'll do that. Hopefully he can't really do much with his Seeker other than maybe gain 3 life. Okay. I've only got the 1 breath, so another scavenger is not going to do much. Our only win here is a surprise route. I think that Snuff Out's keeping his Seeker from seeking much. Yeah, there's no real way to really cheat him into play, though. The Delve mechanic really adds with some nice synergy here. So if I lifelink, if I Moment's Peace here, it makes a little bit more sense for a lot of reasons, because the longer we wait, the more stuff gets turned on with that. And he has a first strike. Yeah, we'll do that now. Moment's Peace. Don't think we're winning anything here, but we might be able to be amazing if we could. We still have Gnaw to the Bone. Okay. Opponent's hellbent now. This is good times. We have the flyer. Ooh. We have to do that and that. Cancel. Ooh, that's a nice thing to draw into. I wish we could discard. Let's double check here. Got a Gnaw to the Bone there. Got that there. Yeah, I'm just going to play this here. We'll get rid of that, that, and that. Be nice if I could discard it, but we'll save that for next turn. Wish there was a way Dragon's Breath fell off after I gave your person that, but we just, against this kind of deck with so much hate, we've got to be really careful with how much we over-enchant stuff. So. Too bad I can't make it colorless. That'd be awesome. Hey, Spire Golem costs that much, right? Yeah, I know, Nimchimsky. It's just, you know, there's only so many spots in a deck, but thank you for the suggestion. Free spell. Free spell. Free spell. And yeah, we'll give it haste too. That's not bad, right? 6/9. We're swinging for 9 out of the blue. Kind of scares them a little bit, maybe. I mean, if this was in the little bit different scenario, all of a sudden we've got, but the best thing is we have a blocker that's a 6/9 vigilance, so you know he can come at us. We've got the Gnaw to back it up. If we had that other Dragon's Breath, maybe I'll keep the second one in there. He might be forced to just kind of hold back here. See, from out of the blue, seems like we might be able to win this one. 1 mana. Get anything you want. 1 mana. Get any flyer you want. 1 mana. Get any ground trampler. No, what am I trying to say? Woo! That's what I got to do. I got to build a deck and have it Ric Flair themed every time you attack. Woo! Got to be careful. The mic's right near me. I don't want to blow anybody out. Hey, look at that. Win from nowhere with a pro black 9/9. Show me that, suckers. Ah, well, that was a loss, then a win. Let's hope I don't. Let's go heroic. I got to write down what the hell I'm facing as I misspell it horribly. Yeah, Battlefield's good for us, bad for them. I wanted to see more Rotting Rats in that matchup. I'm not sure about Snuff Out. Got to have it in hand when that happens. I'm going to take it out. Optimal scenario. I really like the rats. Now, don't forget, you can Raven's Crime yourself. So in that last game, if we had this, opponent's hellbent, just target yourself, throw out a land, pitch one of your dragon spells, and keep moving. Hopefully all you know that, but you never know. Stuff happens. Caustic Caterpillar might be pretty cool. We can go sack a... should have thought of that the first time. Can kind of keep bringing that back and getting rid of their pro-black stuff. Hopefully between that and Moment's Peace, we'll be able to stay alive. I'd really like to fit in that other Moment's Peace. I like the Mongrel and the Rat combo. Let me get rid of 1 salvage and bring in that last piece. Think we ought to make room for Mandrills. I'm still going to stick to my guns on the black plan. Or we could go 1. Let's do that. Let's go 1/3. What do you guys think? I took out a Rotting Rats. The Rotting Rats plays like 6 cards because of the Unearth. We're not so worried about the... what you don't want in this deck is getting stuck with these in your hand. If there was a way to do that permanently, it'd be awesome because that would free up 4 or 5 spots with that in the Wild Mongrel. I'm just looking here. We got Knot of the Bone. We're going to gain a ton of life. I got Moment's Peace to make it go long. Got 2 color boom boom spells. And a Caterpillar to keep nabbing their enchantments if the game goes mid to long. Okay. Do we make room for 1 more breath? I don't think so. We're not the aggressor here. It could mean the difference though. I'm going to go 1 more breath. I want to have that hope of drawing 2 of them so that if he holds a guy back, we can alpha strike with yet another Dragon's Breath. Get out of here, you jackass. All right, here we are. Boom, haven't even looked at my hand yet. It's all right. I'll keep it because of Commune. It's like Tortured Existence 5, 6, 7, and 8. We will keep. 14 minutes to 11. I'm down on time, but we got 11 minutes to win. Wing Chun 4. Yeah, it is a pretty good card. Don't let me forget, as badly as I'm doing today, we're going to go over, if anybody reminds me, the new Gruul deck. And maybe if Little Fight wants to have something ready, I'll throw it against that for a practice match. We'll see. Well, that's kind of cool, because now we can go get whatever else we want. It's always nice when you fall into the deck. Boink. And when you have double imps, it's kind of cool to just throw one out there and act like, please don't journey this or kill it. And in reality, that's all you want to have happen to it is die, sucker. Stinkweed Imp and Midnight Charm. Don't laugh. It works. If you're brewing and you love Stinkweed Imp and you're like, darn it, I can't beat Hexproof or these kind of draws. What the hell do I do, Deluxecoff? I'll tell you what you do, baby. You go look up something that shouldn't exist called Midnight Charm. Good times. So this will turn on our creature count, and I like this over. It'll save us on maybe 3 or 4 life next turn, unless he makes it pro-green, which is very unlikely. We have 3 swamps. This is one of the few times I'm gonna grab forest. Our mana's just right and just in time. I think we're gonna go Nova with the Wild Mongrel there. Yeah, I love that. Like a 10-10 Silhana. Stinkweed block. Midnight Charm. Oops. Janky? Yes. Effective? Yes. Sometimes when you have to play this deck and this is the popular thing and you're not good against it, you got to look for those outs. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago before Propaganda existed. I had some brew that did pretty well 1 or 2 weekends in a row, and I was getting a lot of grief over that, but it kept winning. Okay, so he sneaks in 3. Ooh, look at that. He's hellbent. I mean, what's the word for well, I guess he's just mana screwed. That's the word. A little too much caffeine today. Sorry for the exposure. Okay. Now as I switch into my golf voice. Let us do this, ladies and gentlemen. We'll discard this. We'll turn on the discard outlet of ages. In the Wild Mongrel. Protect from that, baby. Swing. What's good, my man? Says Del the Ninja. Good to see you. Boy, it has been a while. Where you been, man? Got a lot of grief for that. Opponents flame you? Nah, just have Facebook people that like to follow my brews and stuff. And I agree. At first glance, you're like, what a crappy card. But when you look at what, it's not like I had it main, but you look at what was popular at the time was Hexproof and Flying Silhanas all over the place. Or just huge flying creatures were the thing that killed the deck. And one card solved it all. You can almost never go wrong with charms either. They're so flexible. You make it any color you want. I think I can just keep blocking here. Or maybe I should discard my whole hand and almost kill it. That would be a... There should be a new... That would be a Nova punt. Okay, we've already got that. He wants to make protection from black. All right. 4. We've got the land and we've got Gnaw. I'm just going to let this dude hit me. He's kind of mana screwed here. All of this is just life under the bridge, as Not of the Bone, as this creature used to say. Some might say they're lucky. Mike Man, always with it, my friend. You should be a jingle writer. Come on, sucker, what you got? 1 mana? Supposed to scare me? Woo! Protection from black. Yeah, that's kind of cool because we... I don't know if Wild Mongrel's going to do much. It's alright, I'll let him through. Thing ain't hitting that hard. Not gaining life exponentially and such, so... Hopefully we churn over some really good stuff, and that Dragon Breath is going to make something flying and really big. Hopefully. You'll see the deck work. Of the 3 matchups so far, this is the one that's supposed to trounce me on paper, and it seems like we won game 2 through sheer skill. But it seems like this is the one matchup where the one we win might be the one that we weren't supposed to. That's what makes this game so great, though. Bad beats and all. 8 life. Okay, I gotta really respect Not of the Bone now. Play slow, you idiot. Okay, here we go. Boom. Bring this back. Come on. All right, we got everything we need except a big old creature. And we don't have many... Okay, I've got to block with Mongrel now. That's just how it is. And so because of that, I can... something will die, so I want to bring back the beast. So when it dies, I'll be able to trip that for that. I think we... Yeah, we'll commune now. All right, we don't want either of these, so we'll say okay. This is the thing. You don't have to pick anything here, so we say okay. Just more food for the sideboard there. We'll bring out our second source, and we're just in the blocking game now. He's going to have to... He can still easily win here. We don't have Moment's Peace, although we're bluffing that we do. But the nice thing about Mongrel is he plays a bunch of color shenanigans. We'll be able to get around it. But if he's got a bunch of them, then no. Yeah, that thing is never right. This is interesting. I don't know if he's read Wild Mongrel, but like I said, I'm a little worried because he might have, you know, make it protected from this, protected from that. But he's got to do it a lot of times for us to be out. Be cool to have white in this deck with Prismatic Strands being in the yard, but turn on Wild Mongrel's colors. I've always said that about Wild Mongrel. If that was printed right now, people would go ape crap. Let's just keep it PG. Protection from green. Okay. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. Yeah, I always thought, I haven't really looked into it, but I thought Wizards should probably do something with the broken clock saying. That's always been such a good one. God knows I feel like it. Okay, I like this. He thinks he's got us, and I think he's forgotten what Wild Mongrel does. Let's discard the Imp and make it white. Maybe he'll make it protected from white with some spell I haven't seen for free. And just like that, we're going to be able to block. Boom. I could bring it back in a pinch. That's a pretty flexible card to have against him. I'll bring it back just because I got nothing else to do with my mana here. Discard this, bring back the Mongrel. Just kind of pay a little bit of respect to the awesome power of that deck. Most of them do have that. Good God, where are our creatures? Man alive, that is nuts. So now it's kind of cool because we'll have Knot of the Bone tricks. Man, our scales are going to hit awfully hard. Poor opponent. He's probably screaming at the screen himself. Got Knot of the Bone hand, and we got that in hand. Yeah, I'll attack for 1. Where's the Hooting Mandrills? Well, there is only 1, but we have 3 of the other dude. And usually, when I first saw the kind of a version of this deck, I was like, oh, you're going to want 4 of this and 4 of that. And I was like, wow, you get way too crushed with that with so much churning. So, hey, there's 2. Well, that blows. Yeah, I probably should have kept back that Wayfarer to block. I will block. Okay. Just kind of have to go all out here. And we have a Gnaw in our hand. I just want to use my mana here. No, that's an error. I'll just tap 1. And get this one again. Discard this. Mana's just right. 6 minutes left. Which one's going to be lucky? I say the deepest one. Booyah! There it is. All right. So now let's... we can hold off and just piece stuff, right? Yeah. Doink. Scavenger. Discard a creature. Sure, we'll do that one. I will play it for 1 mana. We will get a hasted Kazillion flyer. That. Let the fun begin! Hooah! Boom. Yes. Yes. Try blocking that. Ooh. I'm going to hold that guy back. Be nice to not have to trip Moment's Peace. Here comes 5. Boop. Moments is nice against this kind of deck too, in case they do have the life gain at this stage of the game, but he's due to draw some pretty good stuff. He's been holding out on that second mana, so I feel bad for him, but that is... Ooh, that sucks. But hey, where's our Caterpillar at, right? Yeah, Caterpillar. Is that big enough? It's a 5/5. Ah, it doesn't work. It's not good enough. Now it is. Instantly. What's cool here is we can even block and just come back and flying haste. I forgot things have how vigilance works earlier. Maybe they'll forget how haste works. Fat chance. I love having Moment's Peace in the yard. It's like, what are you going to do? What you got, sucker? See, I like this. I don't even have to use anything. I'm going to block it, and then I'm going to do the same thing next turn. Maybe even more. I will block. And I think now I'll Gnaw to the Bone. I'm pretty deep in it here. I'll Gnaw now. Stinkweed here. Go grab our Scavenger. Might want to grab that Caterpillar soon. Discard this. Play this. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, doom, doom. Yes, 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 yes. And we'll say no to the first one. Then we'll say yes to all the rest. And out of the blue, we have this Mammoth 711 Flyer. Mind your time. Thank you for that. All right. I can't block. It's going to be at 4. We will attack. Roar! Think we got enough time. Famous last words. I think I need to, depending on what life he's at here, it might make more sense to just cast the Mongrel. He might end up just having a swing here. If he doesn't swing attack, boom, I've got a blocker. 11/11, 1 card. Hold back. Mongrel's nothing if you're hellbent. Thank you for the time warning, my friends. I need all the help I can get when I'm streaming. Not gonna lie. It's a rough world, baby. Yeah? I think we just let that in. Well, there goes that plan. I was thinking I could attack with Wayfinder and he'd have to do stuff, but oh well. No tripping that up. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see, did we grab what we needed? Do we have any big dudes? We don't. How weird. Huh. Okay, well, our opponent doesn't have any creatures either. Or anything in hand, I should say. I want to keep that open. I'll keep Mongrel up. And we'll go from here. He can still Stinkweed. He needs another flyer to win here. If he attacks, I think we've got this. Yeah, this is 1-1 right now, so whoever wins this one. Hey, looks like he drew a land. Now he's getting flooded. I feel for this guy. All decks do this. It's usually me on Twitch day, I will admit, but what you gonna do? Alright. Moment's Peace feels pretty good here. Yep. bring back our Stinkweed. Hopefully we'll grab another flyer and we can make it have haste. He is hellbent. If he did have a card in hand, we could Rotting Rats it. One of the last activations of Stinkweed. There's the Mandrills. Okay, let's give it haste. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Pay 1. Discard this. Boop. Boom, boom, boom. We'll take this out. We'll take this and this and this. Oh, we need one more. Let's see. What don't we need? Let's get rid of the Commune. Give it nice haste with Dragon's Breath. Boy, do I feel smart for keeping in the second one, right? Note to self, probably always have at least 2 of these in most matchups. We have Gnaw to the Bone and Moment's Peace and the mana to cast them, so we're going to just swing here. Hopefully we win this. Sometimes you just need a big gorilla. Wang Chung, that should be a shirt. That is awesome. So you can block that, he could block that, and then he would take 2, 4, 5. Yeah! Kapow! Nimchimsky, well said. Here comes the army. 11 cards left. You can see why that Battlefield Scrounger is kind of needed. Even if anybody has some sort of mill your opponent stuff, it works overtime with this deck. So, whew, that was an exhausting one. All right, so at least you saw a little bit of how the deck works and such. Instead of rolling a commercial, I'm going to just bring up the deck list, use the restroom real quick, and then I'll just jump right into the next round because I don't think I've got enough time left to use the facility. So anyway, I'll let you guys ponder this, and I'll leave up a card that's fun to read. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Woo! Down to the wire. Yeah, I know it's fun to watch. I hate doing it though. Okay, round 4. Let's see what's going down here. Yeah, this Scrounger can pay some dues. Mid to late, whatever. Ha! Hopefully that made up for the earlier punt. It could easily be 2-1 with this, but that's true of a lot of decks. So if I gave it any sort of practice, maybe we'd even be 3-0. Looking at the deck list, though, I'm just not too sure of all things about the Wayfinder. I think I might want to cut that to 2 instead of 3. And maybe even swap out a another forest for just maybe an Ash Barrens or a... we already are exceeded our count on wild, so maybe a Terramorphic Expanse for a forest switch. But other than that, say at 2. There we go. Hey-yo. And sorry for that little freeze up about half hour ago when I first rolled the commercial. I was it's one of the things when you try to roll these commercials, it's so silly. They have it set to where at the end of the video it holds, and you have to like rewind and back it up, and you have to go through every video and make sure the default is start from the beginning, and it's just like I don't know. It's tough. I mean, I'm an editor by trade, so it's like it's tough for me to try to think of people that don't see it that way all the time. It's like, tell me a scenario where that's a good thing. It's like, ugh. We will keep this. I'd much rather this be Commune, but all right, I'll keep. And I haven't even thought about Grapple of the Past. That might be a good call in this deck too. Might be better than Grisly Salvage. It's so nice to do that as an instant, though. Are we going to have revenge against Burn? We are! Hey, let's not say the R word before I get revenge. After all, we only have one Gnaw to the Bone in our yard. That league score is wrong almost every single time. Actually, I think it is wrong every time. I think there's been, well, with the exception of maybe once, it's been, well, we fell into the goods. I think more important than turning on Mongrel, unless we see a archer show up, the best play next turn, if we don't draw anything great, it's going to be that Grisly Salvage. So, unless you think otherwise, then speak up. Okay, good. I hate seeing a turn 2 archer, says the burn opponent. Ooh, that's good. We do need land. We do need to fill up our yard. So, change of plans. Sartor heard me back talking smack about it, maybe being cut to 2, and it's like, I'll show you how good I am. Look at this. Early play. Give you what you need, baby. And we need that. Boing. I always click on them out of habit. Sorry. Played too many games late at night with my buddy Little Fight, with a few too many in me, and I got in the habit of like, I know I dropped a land, but I'm going to click on it anyway, just in case. Pierce. Okay. We got a graveyard going on, but we got nothing in it. Let's change that soon. Ugh. I'm going to salvage right now. Just want to fill up our yard here. Now this says creature or land. Well, I think I'm going to say land, because I want to bring back the imp, trip everything, so I'm going to maximize that. Play land. Whoop. I'm going to want to play that darn mongrel pretty soon. This guy's like, what the hell is this guy playing? After that imp activates, it might be very nice to know. Let's see here. Gonna want to keep the mongrel just because I'm gonna want to discard. Come on, have another cursed draw. Just don't put out an amplifier yet. Find the way, Nimchimsky says. And we gotta turn off that robot alert. Thing's always wrong. Yeah, I hate those. Yeah, and you get around 10 or 9 life, you've got to start respecting this stuff. I'll bring this back. 2, 4. That's it? We have 4 cards in our yard. Soon to be more. I can't really afford to bring out the Knot of the Bone yet. I mean, the mongrel yet. I think I'm going to drop this. Feigning that we're hurting for balance might make him junk up his deck in games 2 and 3. And it's very hopeful, but it's what I do, baby. Yeah, I can get the Scavenger. Actually, I'm probably going to grab the Mandrills to just hoping that he blocks it next turn. Boy, I would love to have the balls to play Wild Mongrel and just go for it. That might be the pro play here, but I'm playing the safe play because I've already lost a burn once, and I want to have at least a anti-fire blast in my yard. One turn's not going to kill us. King of the North, Mr. Northman. Yeah, he's probably just the Baron of some little side castle. He's like, I used to be the king, or my great-grandfather was the king. I'm just Mr. Northman. Lost a bidding war to the Lannisters. I'm up on it, baby. Let's go. Okay. This'll do. 2. Before I do that, I'm curious if I can respond to this. If I discard a creature, are they both in the yard at once? They are. So now I can do this to accentuate the burn. While they're both in the yard. I didn't know I could do that. If you hold down control, that's a pretty cool little trick. Give me another 2 life. Anti-punt technology. If he kills this in response, that'll be great. Yay! I don't know what this guy's thinking. Wait, is that for 3? Let's see. Do I go to 9? Yeah, that's a bad... Wait, no, let's see. That's the Alchemist's ability here. Yeah, because killing that is a mute point, isn't it? Let's see. I take 3, 4... Oof, man, oh man. This is getting scary. He's got me on upkeep, doesn't he? Look at that. Here, I thought I was playing something fancy, and he's got just the right amount of burn to pull this off. Now I'm at 6. Now I'm at 2. And if he dropped a land, I'm dead. But now I'm at 9. Man, nerve-wracking. It's like, did he drop a land that turn? Hey, all right. Okay, we're in there. I'm glad we get a little revenge against Burn now that I've got a few warm-up games and I know what the hell I'm doing. Put a big asterisk next to that comment. Mandrills, I'm going to keep in. I kind of want to encourage blocks here. Not of the Bone, obviously, we're going to bring in all of them. We had the Caterpillar last game, just in the rare chance. It's not so much for that if you weren't here for that. It's just a block. Raven's Crime's great against Burn. Let's lose a Salvage and a Gods. And a Mongrel. Yeah, the Rats will be better. Let me see what else. See what we can see. Let's do that. Boom, boom. Bouncing screen. You'd think it would have errors equally on both sides, but no, it's always the screen you don't want. Man, that was tense, says Mark Mellon. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully this show's worth something. Sweet live show today. Been looking forward to Friday all week just for this. Oh, man, Disruption, that makes my whole week. Thank you so much for that. All right, keep... That being said, I'm trying not to show so many commercials and stuff because of the old schoolers in the house. I just don't want things to get old. So if you've noticed the last few weeks, sometimes I'll kind of do a typical Twitch thing. I'll just kind of leave the screen up as I use the facilities and stuff. I don't know. Chime in if you like that, don't like it. For me, it's like, you know, next week rolls by. I'm like, did I play those commercials last week? And I keep score, but, you know, there's only one man here. I only got so much time to make these things. So we will keep this. I really like this discard early hand. I'll wait on Tortured Existence. This isn't, we're not facing islands, so I can drop that anytime I want. Doesn't feed Gnaw, and they don't have many attackers. That's a very good point, Dal the Ninja. Yeah, I should probably take out one haste and at least 2 of the other ones next game, if there is a next game. Yeah, well, you spelled genius about as valid as I play it. I've had a few good outings on Twitch, but man, greatly hindered. We will lead off with green, the life color, baby. Woo! One of the prettiest lands in all of Magic. I missed the commercials. Oh, we'll have some today. One just miscued, so there's only a few coming, but keep in mind, if anybody ever wants to see them, they are on the, there we go. That's why we brought in Caustic Caterpillar. Not so much as Rotting Rats, though. This is why we love Rotting Rats. Boom, boom, rat. Okay, I think I'm just going to toss the other rat. Yeah. Well, we don't need any. We have the creature we need. No, that's just a good churn card. Even though this isn't what we need to look for because we already have existence, it would be nice to either find Stinkweed or just toss it in the yard. So I'm going to discard the rat. Hopefully he discards something of the 3 damage persuasion here. Even if he does have Searing Blaze here, it's that conundrum. It's like, well, maybe he has a land, Searing Blaze, and something good. I knew it! My tech! But now it's valid. It's like, oh crap. Little does he know. Here's a firebolt. Opponent's at 1. Doesn't feel too bad. Now he's almost back to it. Yeah, I think so too, Dalvin. And I was just poking fun because a game ago I was like, I'll feign like I'm short on green so that maybe he junks up his list and does that. But all right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very glad we drew this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the play here is just Commune. He's got 1 card. Do we even want it, or do we just want to throw it in the yard? I'm just going to throw it in the yard. I've already got 1. Don't need it. I'd rather pay for Gnaw. Tap this. Next turn 2. Gosh, we only got 4 life. But hey, you know, it's a if he kills this, it'll be a 6-point swing. And we got to count everything we can get, especially when you're facing a deck that turns everything into a Fire Blast. Depending... Might be good to flashback rats. We'll see. Ooh, this feels ugly. But see, this is when I want my haste and my enchantments to show up so that I can block and get out of range of any sort of searing madness. Ooh, let's see. I think we do this for this. Grab green, and I'm pretty sure I want to Rotting Rat. You guys think I should rat? Actually, I don't think I should rat. What do you guys think? I think I should scavenge here. Rat Scavenger. All right. I'll do this. Toss the Caterpillar. Give a little even life trade. I'm really worried about this. Come on, show me like a... I mean, he wouldn't throw a fire... Oh, it's just a mountain. Okay, well, hey, at least whatchamacallit doesn't trigger, right? Get rid of this, and this. Man, look at all those lands. I'm sure glad we didn't draw those. Now we got 2 blockers. It's not worth 1 damage. Yeah, it is, because he'd need to draw 2 cards to make Searing Blaze a thing. At least we get in 1 here. Okay, come on, kill the 1. Put it in the yard, please. I want stuff to die. Damn, look at these amplifiers. Where's our... Hell with Rotting Rats. Let's get some Crypt Rats this pace. Come on, please let me draw Stinkweed Imp. That's not bad. Not that good either. Just gonna do this. I should wait on that. Not that close to death. Hold this back. If he's Searing Blazes, we'll at least have a 6-mana play there. Raven's Crime. I don't know. Maybe he'll hold on to Searing Blaze. Wait for a land drop. Who knows? Being hellbent. Out of the Bone. Anti-burn. Just lose those amps. Crap, I was thinking Crypt. Oh. I love Knot of the Bone. So good. Okay, he's got 1 card. Yeah, Gnaw activation here almost doesn't make any sense because 1 spell, these things trip for 3. But I got to do it at some point. Yeah, Kingdom for a Stinkweed Imp. Not that, you bastards. Alright, well, at least I can do this. Boop. Show me what you got, Mr. Lovely. What are we looking at here? Fire Blast. Woo! Boy, this dude's going all in. Well, okay. Now I'll do that in response. Gain some life. Hey, alright. So we're 2 and 2. From the brink, we come back, and I'll be back right after this.
Look around you. War is coming. You fought for Dominaria before. Stood against impossible odds and won.
This isn't my fight anymore.
This is everyone's fight.
I've moved on. I'm not the hero. You remember?
You have to be. Evil is taking root. But this time, you won't be alone. Heroes are rising. Legends of the past and future. Join us. Remember who you are. You belong with us. You are a planeswalker.
The magic of Yavimaya, now in your kitchen. Mutani spaghetti. The only noodles whose power and tastiness are equal only to their legendary ingredients. Our pasta is made from only the finest weather sea, imported from Dominaria straight to your dinner table. Enjoy Mutani spaghetti. Combine it with our signature Raffaello's cheeses and finish it off with a glass of sweet Rashidan. Mutanis, the magic of Yavimaya in every bite.
Available at Moros's Market. And we're back. Gonna keep this just because of the Wayfinder. Maybe I will keep those at the 3 count. I think they heard me when I was bitching at them 2 games ago, but we're 2 and 2. Looks like who knows what. Heroic, I would say, but they usually have a first turn play. Gnaw the Bone shows up, and we're good to go. I'm betting Heroic. What is this? Yep. All right, Heroic. Sorry about that. We got 2 burn, 2 Heroic. Okay, let's fix our land. Let's go get a swamp or a fetchable. Fetchable. Ooh, all right, Ash Barrens it is. Turn this on here, and we're good to go. I like a little bit of variety, but hey, it's better than a Teachings deck or Tron. Wayfinder does that, and it fills up your yard, buddy. That's the reason it's in there. However, the new Gruul Land Destruction deck, one of you on Facebook kept talking about Sakura Tribe Elder versus Sylvan Ranger. And in the tempo deck, I like the Ranger better. But in a tempo style deck where you're trying to rush out something like an Omog's Crusher, definitely want to go with the you-know-who. What is this guy playing at here? Keeping back some protection spell. Okay. Ash Barrens it is. Cycle, baby. Let's go get us a swamp. Let's go do some stuff now. Well, we could Rotting Rat. That'd be kind of neat. Throw Dragon Breath out. I'll do that next turn. Let's commune with the gods. What a great place to commune with gods. Man, I might start believing if I had a place like that to pray in. Alright, enchantment or a creature. Well, we want the enchantment. Boink. And the game is feeling good. I'll attack here. Better than letting it first strike and gain a bunch of life. I'm not going to block it then anyway. Maybe I can trade and slow down his pace here if he brings it back. I want to say flashback, but embalm. I wish there was a filter on MTGO where you could say, I'm looking for something like flashback, and then flashback and embalm would show up, because there's so many times you're brewing and you're just like, oh, darn it, forgot that one. It's such a vast history. Just for the sake of flavor, I don't know. Of course, there's a little bit different play style. Okay, he's going hard in the air. First strike, really, Stinkweed Imps really hate that. That's a good point, Ellen Ninja. A double Gnaw of the Bone and 5 cards in our opponent's hand. Alright, we got to trip wilds here. Next turn we'll be doing some stuff. Till then, let's hold down the Fortnite, which my kids just will not stop playing. How many of you out there playing Fortnite? I get a little too nauseous with those games that are kind of shooter perspectives, and it's weird. I like them. I gotta see them at a distance though. It's like driving a car around really fast corners. Here we go, here we go. So did anybody find a good, what is it? Tricyclopean Sight, I think, is a good white enchantment that grants vigilance, if I'm not mistaken. It has flash, too. Ooh, okay, we like that. Just flood the board. Less tricks, the more time we have to live here. I really want to just trip out rats, drop the imp, or not drop the imp, flash it back with scales. Yeah, we'll be able to attack pretty good here. I think our opponent's just kind of giving us a wide berth of respect, just being like, what the hell is this? What is the meaning of this? As my youngest would love to say. Yeah, okay. Raven's Crime, that's pretty good against. Here I like, we will do this. How am I going to kill Dragon's Breath? Hopefully we get a quality card here out of them. Got 2 little blockers. Yeah, it might be nice to find a way to give something like permanent, well, let's use up as much as we can. We're not going to run into a, I guess he could have that 1 mana spell. That would suck right now. He's like, Mana Tithe. It's like, oh my god. Sorry, you got to show me that before I respect it. And if he doesn't have any tricks, well, at least be able to block. I don't think I will, but the potential's there. Mutagenic Growth and Company. Just plop. Of course, I can just bring it back. Yep, I want to do that. And I want to do that. Be nice if there were 2 or 3 more of them. Not the Dragon's Breath, but the more you play this deck, the more you want these scales. They're just MVPs. Isn't that pretty? That's about as small as it ever is, too. A Haste Vigilance 4/5. That's pretty awesome in this format. In any format. Because it blocks. Here we go. Alright, rebounding that for the extra points. Hopefully we're alive. There are scenarios here where we could go Nova. It's probably going to give it Pro Black. I used to have Chainer's Edicts over the Snuff Outs, but the presence is the word I'm looking for of Tribe. Just need those kind of at least the threat of them. Even the psychology, it's like you churn it over because of Stinkweed Imp, and they see that you have Snuff Out in your yard and a Swamp Up. It's like, not even up, tapped. It's like, I think I'll hold back. Maybe. Gives them a little pause. And it's so rare that you have the flashback ability of Chainer's Edict. That's why I lost it. It's like, yeah, on paper, it's like, well, of course. Get to 7 mana. You're playing a churning deck. You flash it back. It's like, this never gets to 7 mana. You're playing it wrong if it does. You halt at 4 or 5. Usually 5. Speaking of 5, that's about what we're going to take to the face unless he really amps it up here. Boop, we're dead. Just like that. Kapow! The old school double cleave proves its worth. Look at that. Boom! Exactly 12 as we're holding Gnaw to the Bone in our hands. What a kick in the crotch. Come on, turn this into a Wild Mongrel. Hey, if we're going to lose, that's a pretty cool way to lose, right? So we drop the first game to Heroic, just like we did the first time. We'll bring in the Caterpillar. The off chance that we're able to nab, especially ethereal armors, and just keep bringing them back. I'm going to bring in Moment's Peace because we saw how good that was. And then Gnaw to the Bone. Everything else can kind of take a hike. Well, Mongrel shines here. We'll lose a salvage. 1 gods. We're not the aggressor here, but I want to keep 2 just like the last game. Maybe 1 scales. Lose 1 scavenger, so we do the 3x1 again. See, I'm learning. I'm slowly remembering stuff. Now we got to lose 1 thing, probably a rat. We'll do that. Hoo-yah! Put Snuff Out in the first game. We won not because of it, just without it. And then I was like, I don't want to see this card. Got quiet in the chat, guys. Come on, chime in there. I know it's an exciting day. Everybody's probably got me off to the side of the screen or even muted, if you're like me. And brewing with the new Dominaria cards. If so, share some love. What are you guys brewing? What are you jumping into first? Say it here. It'll be forever time stamped on YouTube, and somebody will be like, "Hey man, I made a sparring construct deck or whatever that sparring dummy deck." And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, well, and then Chimsky first talked about it at 2:31 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Propaganda." So there it is. He was the creator. That's some weird deck building egos. My only deck building ego is naming the thing. I always like to name stuff. It's so boring to just like this be all Golgari mid range. It's like just Jesus, put me to sleep. It's informative, yes. Come on, call it Dragon Delver. Naming lights, right? Yeehaw! Man, did it get quiet in chat. Trying to wake you guys up. Nothing. Hopefully I'm still streaming, not chatting to myself. The bouncing screen. All right, we got to win out to go 3-1. Hey, there's everybody. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it's usually that first day. It's like everything's 20 cents each. 15, 10, 5, 1. Yeah, I want to play first. Okay. Go grab black. We'll keep this. It's another reason you want a pretty high land count. You stall once you see the imp or your combo, which is pretty fast due to all the searching on turn 2 and 3. And you want to have your mana by then. So want that consistency. Okay, so just be careful to not, if you're going to pick this up and change it. Boy, last thing you should touch is the land. If anything, maybe add 1. Still here, was just finishing eating. I'm sure, Rosamond, you are always chowing on something, my friend. I would be probably too if I didn't have a mic in my face. I love slow starts. Give me a chance. Let me try to win with this monstrosity. I love this deck. I like all decks. That's my problem. I'm a deckist. All right, creature or land. Don't really need that yet. All right, we'll lead off with this dude. Go get us a swamp, hopefully. If not, we'll follow it up with a salvage. That works. Oh, God. Boy, oh, boy. Well, good news is I was debating this or this, and either of them doesn't get us the other. So that's all right. Here we go. It's always tea time when you are streaming. Yeehaw. Yeah, the other day, man, I started off, I think it was last tournament day. I had 2 games where my sideboard didn't appear. So, good news, I got a refund. Bad news, it's a huge waste of time. But I had so much coffee, and then I had my Coke Zero, which is like my new favorite soda, and then I had like tea. And I was just like, good Lord. I think by now I've had just an obscene amount of caffeine and all kinds of goods. So I got beat by the real rat, the star or the 2-2 one, or 2-star, however it's worded, the other day. That was for real. He ran 23 of the relentless rats, and there was obviously a bunch of dark rituals, unearths, few disfigures, dead weight, I don't know, 20 basics or something, and whoo-wee, man. Now that deck I showed last week, the RG Tempo, you need that much removal to kind of keep ahead of a deck like that, because before you know it, everything's a 8-8. You kill one thing and everything's a 7-7. It's like, not a big deal. I got to concentrate here. I got 19 minutes to win twice. Our opponent's got a 3-3 flyer that's hitting me in the face. Okay, here we go, here we go. I would like to discard, please. Son of a gun. I'm going to salvage first. Come on, fill up the yard. Well, yeah, that's good. That's what I was hoping for. I got swamp. Got all of our tortured is gone, though. I don't have any way of really doing that. I can at least trade for 3 for 3 here. Boom. There's like nothing in our yard of worth here yet. Just a bunch of lands and enchantments. But hey, at least we didn't draw those, right? My goodness. Gladly. I need to turn on my creatures. Perhaps should have attacked first. I'm not sure. You might want to trade here thinking tokens are worth less than a permanent. But once he sees the Knot of the Bone train, it might change his mind. This worries me a little bit. He's probably got some Journey to Nowhere or something, reason to not block there. Or obviously thinking I'm on swamps. I probably have edicts, but I don't. Yeah, biggest problem with that rat colony versus the relentless rats is its backside. Falls victim to everything else. Volley, like Trickery, Seismic Shudder. Heck, Death Head's Buzzard for strike. Not going to do much there. I will block that, however, pretty soon once I get my graveyard going, because it buys me a turn and then I can kick Scales once I can find a way to discard it. But 2 Tortured Existence down. Not feeling it. Not feeling good. Not gonna lie. Here we go. At least they're drawing a little slow. Maybe they got a bunch of pro-black spells and they're waiting for it. Oh, come on. Ugh, this is getting ugly. Just have nothing here. Swamp. Eventually, we've got to walk into our rats here, right? Come on, kill something. I'll attack here, implying that I don't want to block with that. I kind of want neither of these to die. I just want to be able to do something with my mana at the end of his turn. I got triple Knot of the Bone here. If this was any other combo, we'd be kind of free sailing and have plenty of time, but a little hopeful. Beckon Apparition, nothing against the card or the player, but doesn't seem to be that optimal. Protection from black, that'll be fun to face off the Wayfinder. Now he'll probably attack, which will be alright. Yep. Tortured X and Yard, and because of the wilds and all that, I've often thought, like I was saying earlier, that it might be worthy of like a 1-plane splash with an Auramancer, but I don't know, getting kind of janky at that point. I'd have to talk to Methodical about that and get the mana just right. Then I'm sure it might be seamless. But that's about all the scenario that would work for. I'd probably rather have a Pilgrim to go search for it. 3 Pilgrims and like 1 Tortured Existence, or 2 and 2. So you can get it back or go search for it, and then you don't get those flood scenarios. But yay! All right, finally a good card. Thank you for stopping by. Getting a little bit nervous here. Hopefully he doesn't pro-black it, thinking that, you know, he's like, oh, this guy doesn't know. It's like, well, I want it to die. That's the kind of the point here. And I'll just do this. He doesn't have life gain yet, so I'm feeling okay. This deck runs okay without Tortured Existence. Obviously, it screams with it, but gotta be careful that I want that imp to die, but at what cost? This is just to turn on life gain so that I live long enough. I really don't want him to pro-black that thing. Pro-black. There it is. At least it's not getting buffer with every one of these, because I'd be at like 4 life if that was the case. He got a little too cutesy with his sideboard when he saw we were playing a graveyard deck. Not sure. Who knows? I'm down a game. I better watch what I say. 3 coming on over. Oh, that being said, I mean, at this point we're only 2 points down. About to be 5. Who likes math? Hey, I made it in time for the show, Belcher Mage. Good to see you. Yeah, we had that new... anybody caught that? The actual first commercial break was a new one from our BBC friends over at Look Around You. I'm always mining that for good Tim material. Okay, well, we like this play for a few reasons. I can turn off the enchantment there for that. Let's attack. I'll just do this. I'm going to go overboard. He's probably got another COP black behind that. And I want to trip this caterpillar no matter what, so I can at least gain 2 life. This is getting like, thank God that doesn't have heroic, that token. If he had 1 heroic spell, this would be in a game 3. I love that commercial, the skin on the guy's hand. Oh, good. I'm glad you noticed that, Mark Mel, because I was like, after I did it, I'm like, you know, this is on people's feed. I'm not quite sure how, what's the word? Just if it's going to be noticeable or not. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It's 1,000-degree water in theory, and he's just dipping his hand in there to grab stuff. Well, this is kind of cute. We'll let that go. So we can just kill it later with the caterpillar. Never want to do that in response or it's gone forever, folks. Yeah, it's funny. It's like to the natural boiling point of 1,000 degrees. You'd be amazed how many people see those and just, you know, they're not paying close attention and they just kind of nod in agreement because it's official sounding and it looks like some little science thing. And man, it cracks me up. Say pro black. We'll kill that. This isn't because I think my Stinkweed Imp will live. It's just a block and to turn on our life. Hopefully he thinks like, what a dummy. This thing's still going to die. It's like, that's the point. I want it to die. All right. So now we'll fill up our yard, hopefully. Got 16 minutes to win twice. Opponent's got 3 cards. Okay. And we've got plenty of everything. Please don't throw out 2 more Tortured Existences. Hey, okay, Rotting Rats. That's good times. I'll play that now. And we'll discard the Dragon Scales. And he'll discard something good, hopefully. Sorry for the mic bump. Well, I could almost eviscerate his hand here, but I don't think it's worth doing. Ooh, except that he pushed that out. 2, 4 life. He might make a mistake. Pretty sure he won't. He tripped. I mean, he pitched a Hyona Umbra, so it's really tempting to flashback the other rat, but I think it's worth the life instead. Reason you attack there is it's worth a mistake. It dies anyway. Be nice if we had a carrion feeder, but there's only 75 cards in this spot, so he knows we're up to some shenanigans here. We've got Moment's Peace back up. It's probably what he's expecting, and it's probably what he's going to get. Because the longer we wait on Knot of the Bone, the better. Ah! Sorry for the noise. Put down heavy pin. Pick up light pin. Okay, this is some serious damage coming through here. Now he might be tempted to attack with everything, which would be funny because I could still block here and then I could gnaw. Thinking that moment's peace or not, he'll be safe. That's what he's doing. That is first strike. Is it worth it? Yeah, we'll gain that much life back. I'll gnaw the bone now instead of moment's peace. I just want to add creatures to my yard too. So I'll kill this pro-black dude. He's got some cute answer for this. I'm screwed. Oh, we're dead. I got a little greedy there. Should have remembered that he had double cleave in the list. Punt number 3, and it's going to cost us big time. All right, well, it's nice to see this make a little comeback. I know it was a thing in Heroic for a while. Maybe it should be a thing again, given that. That was pretty sweet. Damn. Dead meat. Not even going to bother blocking. We're cooked. We're dead. Should have gone 3-2. Maybe could have gone 4-1 without the punts. Changes to be made. I love the 2 Gnaw main. I love them side. I think this is correct here because if you do run up against a deck that's milling you, they're going to be on blue, and so you got to fight through counters there. I think we could lose Snuff Out. I'm just going to do that. I like to make... Unfortunately, you can have 14-card sideboards now, but I like to make changes in a list that makes it illegal so that you get that little star and you know you got to revisit it. I think that's a good play there. I don't know. Our mana felt pretty good. I know I was tempted to cut the Wayfinders to 2. I think I'm going to leave them at 3. And I'm just not a fan of Snuff Out. I mean, I'd practically rather have a Faceless Butcher or something, the way these things have been going. But I'm just going to maybe put in like a Golgari Brown scale. Just so we've got really good insurance against aggro and just yet another thing for burn and such. So anyway, before we go anywhere, guys, I want to show you the latest take. I've been having a lot of fun with this. I haven't had the balls to play it in a league yet. Very similar to what we played a while ago. Let me make the sideboard all nice and one size so I can save on screen real estate here. Just a second. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I recommend you do that if you're ever streaming. Makes it nice for your viewers to be able to see stuff. Apologies I didn't play a little bit better to guys, but hey, that was my first time with the deck. I didn't even have a practice game today. I'm no John Finkel. I've got to play a deck a few times to kind of get it, and then you add the Twitch equation to it, and I'm usually going to do 3-2 at best with brand new designs. Unfortunately, the numbers were reversed. This one runs 1 thicket, 1 mountain, 4 woodlots, and the rest are forests for a grand total of 18 lands. We got 2 lootings for their usual suspects late in the game and such. Just 4 Utopia sprawls. I've seen versions of this, including one that I built, where you have the wild growth and you get a little flooded sometimes. And you, oh yeah, Belcher Mage, I should consider double cleave in it kind of sits there though in a White Infect to answer your question. Sorry to get off target there. Sometimes you can go a little enchantment heavy, and what I didn't like about Greenland, which is one of my favorite decks, if you're not familiar with Greenland, it's right underneath it. It uses the Sarter, the Walls, and Arbor Elves to really abuse both of these on one forest. Problem is, how many decks have removal? Everyone in the classroom raises their hand, and this comes out early. How many people have removal early? Everyone raises their hand. So to combat that, I put in cards I didn't really care about early, and enchantments that only work. I mean, there's times you got 16 mana access and you top deck a sprawl. I'm not saying it, but you're twice as less likely with this build. And then looting cleans up. So anyway, we have 1 ranger in this one, and the rest are Sakura tribe elders because we're looking to accelerate. If you notice the fine print here, this gets you a land. This puts one into play. It's tapped. Different scenarios, different cards are better, but in this build, we're trying to ramp into an Olmog's Crusher ultimately. So now that I've covered that, I'm going to move our nice looking little snake man. Man, dude's pretty creepy. Man, don't want to play somebody like that. Tennis or ping pong. Good grief. Look at those arms. Did you do main decking Crypt Rats and extra Gnaw and main? Okay, I'll take that note. Crypt Rats main. Maybe just like one of, yeah. And extra Gnaw and main. Maybe. I feel like 2's enough just because of the flashback mechanics. But anyway, off to our 3 drops. We got 3 Thermocars. Litify, if you want to get a deck ready, I'm going to play this against you. Please don't just bring hate, but if you want to, that's cool too. If you're there. 3 Thermocars. Yes, all 4 Pulse and Marasas. This isn't so much for life gain. It's for we're trying to get our creatures back that block because of Swirling Sandstorm and such. And we also run Hickory Woodlots, and we have a draw engine in Thicket. So we only run the 1 mountain. What's really trippy about this deck, 2 Fierce Empaths help turn it right after I do all this stuff. Then I go and show you guys another deck, and then it moves everything over. So I'll try to keep this all on one screen. There we go. So the 4 Pulse, 3 Fierce Empaths go feed the 2 Tuskers in this. I did run our Hooting Mandrills friend for a while, but you lose to aggro a lot with this deck, which is why we have 2 Swirling Sandstorm main. You might not need it, but it's nice to have it there and to draw into it with things like Faithless Looting, 4 Stone Rains, and the big thing that really makes this feel like almost a monocolored deck in efficiency is Earth Rift. I've gone as much as 4 of these, but that flashback is real. It's always right when you want it. It's just awesome. I really, really like this at the 3 count. The double red's tough, but hey, by 7 mana, it's not a problem. We've got the 1 Crusher. Hey, I got an answer for the Crusher. Well, that's why we were playing extra Marasas too, and to stay alive. The 2 Tuskers, rarely cast these, but man, this is the best cycler in Magic. Only 1 Spider in this build. What's really cool about Penumbra Spider, if you're new to it, let's say you kill it, and the 2/4 black one shows up, and you have Pulsa Marasa. Well, the way this works, you can still go grab your other one, cast it again. Now you've got 2 spiders, even though you're only playing 1. They kill that, you can get up to 3, 4, 5, and such. So Mold Shambler finishes off our list. Again, we got 2 Swirling Sandstorms main. In our sideboard, Tranquility wasn't fast enough. This deck is a dead dog. I'm sitting here pimping, oh, it's pretty good, it's almost there. It rolls over to Hexproof. And so I needed something even quicker than Tranquility, and I didn't care if they gain life, so I'm running Reverent Silence because of our high forest count. Just trying to reset the board to make room for things like Blazing Volleys to work or to turn on the Sandstorms. We've got 3 Shamans because Affinity's the other rough matchup. 3 Pyroblasts. You think with all these Marasas, oh, Deluxe Cuff, you only need 1 of these. No, you need 3. You need to see them early and often. You need to bring them back a lot, and you got to just chop things down with Affinity. So believe me, I would love to save sideboard space and only have 1, and the 4 Spore Frogs kind of keep you in stuff. So anyway, I guess if I don't think Litified, are you there? Challenge away, my friend. Otherwise, I'm just going to lock and load here, and we'll play one of these, and then I'll hang up for the week, and hopefully we'll have a little better outing next week. Again, not the deck's fault, all my fault today. We easily, as you could see, could have gone 3-2 there, if not 4-1. But no fault of the deck. I think that's just player error. Quite a few punts, a record number of punts actually, and then just being new to it, not having played it in quite a while. So, all right, well, I'm just going to play it. We'll probably get a somebody that's just going to auto fold here, because unfortunately, the bad thing about land destruction, you can't really play test it. If you're new to Magic or Pauper or stuff, people just don't like land destruction deck. Jesus, can I please get a? Sorry, buddy, rocked into another one. I don't want to leave this guy hanging. We'll play plenty later. Ugh, yuck, ugly hand. Mulligan this. Let's rock over here. Ha! There we go. Okay, Woodlot's here. Pretty clunky hand. I've already mulligan. We don't know what we're up against. I'll keep it. We've got 4 turns of draw, technically. I'm going to throw that back. We got plenty of land. And what did I say? Our 2 worst matchups. And here's one of them, Affinity. So we're probably going to completely get drop kicked in this first game, which is why hopefully we'll be able to turn on Gorilla Shaman. The worst case scenario for this deck, I was just saying that, Hexproof and Affinity. This will roll over to Story of My Life. Hey, let's go. Hey, maybe it's Boros. All right, we got a chance. Sandstorm's not that great against Boros. Unless they're playing the, you know, the little dudes on the ground build, but other than that, not feeling it. So yeah, it feels really clunky here. We've got a heavy mana hand, and we double mulligan. Then we've got technically 2 dead cards right now, so maybe we will get steamrolled here. But we got a nice juicy target if we draw any sort of mana. Yeah, or that. Oh, that's painful, isn't it? Well, we'll turn on our red here. Hopefully the rest of our mana shows up. I'll say red. I mean, if Stone Rain here, anything, we'd be able to do it, but we're just kind of stuck here in limbo land. I'll say okay. Penumbra Spider's awfully good. Blocks for days. Gotta be careful against Boros. As y'all know, before you know it, it's 2, 4, 6, 8 in the air, and then they finish you off with Galvanic Blasts and those big old swings. So, gots to be careful. Got 4 mana. This deck usually doesn't get screwed, but boy, if we don't draw another land here and we have to trip Woodlot, this is gonna feel rough. Oh, why do you spite me, deck? I'd rather get defense out. Gonna trip that and stuff getting eaten alive. Journey to Nowhere stops it, but he'll have to like have a double Galvanic Blast here to do anything. Yeah, Journey's a bummer. But hey, if he Galvanic Blasts here, it's great because it's like, whoa, that saves us 2 turns. He might be realizing that now, like, wait a minute, if I kill that, it comes back. Maybe he didn't realize it. See, here's the scenario I was talking about. If I had the mana and I had Marasa in hand, see how we have a spider out and it's in the yard? It's a neat little trick. Sometimes, like, you got to do it instantaneously and then you don't get the option of both. This one just creates some shadow creature, so it's pretty awesome. Fjorden brewing a BR sacrifice deck. Are you willing to look at it and share some thoughts? It does surprisingly well on my Friday Night Magic. You betcha, Fjorden. Sending it and all other cool ideas and stuff I can say is mine. Just kidding. To pauperganda@gmail.com. And we'll love to look at it. Might not be able to... I'll say this. I always sleeve it up, give it a few test draws, see what my initial hunch is. Sometimes it'll tickle your magic funny bone, and you want to see what you can see. But for the most part, hey, look at that. We saved 7 life. A lot of people think, hey, you killed my creature. I think we'd be at 11. Actually, we'd be at 9. And the land, please. Well, okay. Gosh, darn it. Son of a gun. I'll trip it. We'll get green because we need it. There's a lot of land in here. We're only at 18, and we've got 2 Boros Garrisons to start eating. Come on, let's get flooded. Apologies, this is an incredibly slow start for this deck. I mean, we drew the one of that we have for Ender, and then our other end card against a deck we don't need it against. And the mana didn't show up, so it made a clunky deck feel clunkier. This is supposed to be a ramp deck. Here we go. I'm going to max out the mana whenever I can. Blow up the Garrison. Never know. If we could pull into the reason I do that is like if we draw a Ranger next, we cast it, play the land, then we can Thermokarst. So unless you're up against islands, I'd recommend that if you're playing this kind of style that you just kind of maximize your mana. That's all that means. You got 4, use 4. Don't float 1. Okay. Speak of the devil. I'm so glad that happened. See? It worked. So I play this. Oops, it didn't work. What am I thinking? I should have blown that up. I'll get rid of this. I'll go get a red so now that we can at least get that going. Then out our deck a little bit. We'll go 2, 4. If we draw a land next turn, we can throw out Shambler and start blowing up stuff that way. But I really want to get a Marasa here and get our spider back. See how Marasa makes up for all of these attacks? We'd be at 20 again, and boom, we got a spider back, and he's going to spend 7 more mana on it. I know some of you out there are kind of rolling your eyes like you do with Faerie Macabre and me, where it's like, 4 of those again? It's like, yes. Well, how can I maximize my mana now? I can go like this and this. We'll go get it, then we'll turn on this and at least be able to block that. The closer we keep getting to Marasa. We have 4 of them. We should draw one soon. And in this kind of deck, you can always grab your woodlots or anything else you need. 2, 4, 6, 1 more, and we can flash back Earth Rift. But 6 is more important for these, and eventually this. You can see it's obviously a little bit slow, but this is a tier 1 deck we're playing against. Horrible draw. We mulligan twice with a bad draw and a card that's kind of dead in the first round matchup, and we still got hope. He might be able to burn us out with some Galvanic Blast. We'll see. Keep chatting, guys. It lets me know you're there. even if you just want to type a bunch of nothing nonsense. I'm going to get double blasted here, maybe. Does he have galvanic breath mints? Like we are all fond of. Ooh, the Tusker is interesting. I think we got to play a creature here. We're getting a little too low on everything. I love Tusker, but I'm going to go like this. There we go. The chattering. Boink. Let's get rid of the vial, actually. I don't want him to tell me I can't block and then finish me off with a galvanic blast, if you're wondering. Yes, this is a land destruction deck, but boy, these are nice. One of my favorite creatures. Look at the size of that. When you really look at a Magic card, I don't know if you guys are like me and you geek out this hard, but you see those little people running under the fungus beast? It's like, okay, so those are humans. Let's see, so that'd be like, so that thing's like 21 feet tall when it's charging. And it's a 3/3. How on earth is this little Billy Idol want to be a 2/1? It's like, that guy's got to have some skills. All right. I'm stressed again. Would have wiped out one of the lands instead of casting Elder. We'll see how it turns out. I would have 2 Markmellow. Oh, boy, I don't like this. 1 Galvanic Blast and we're dust. Good news is, sure would be cool if Mold Chandler's ability worked that way. We could go snag this, bring back the Chandler, and boom! Have another blocker, but I think we're going to get burned out here. We really need a Marasa to show up. I don't think we're going to live that long. Oh, okay, cool. He doesn't have a Galvanic Blast. That's weird. They usually always do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if blowing up Journey is the call here, except that I need a creature. That's kind of why I'm leaning that way. All right, I'll cast it with the kicker. We'll blow up the mold. I mean the just in case he's able to journey again. Little Fight says I've seen a continuity error there too, but there's something to be said for precision in training versus size and luck. Yeah. I know, if they made it true to Mold Shambler, all humans would be like 0-1s at best. It'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger, 0-1. Everybody else would be like a 0.05, if that's a thing. It's made of funguses, as are most of us. It's like the most kick-ass tardigrade ever. It's like 14 trillion tardigrades holding hands. Come on, dude. Trying to do a show here. Keep people entertained. You're not playing blue. Why is this on the stack? At least text me and say you gotta go answer the door or the phone, whatever it is. Come on now. Alright, this guy takes much longer. I'm just gonna call it. This is boring. Tardigrade holding hands. Yes. I love me some water bears. Who doesn't? As Neil Tyson said, if an alien species ever visited Earth, they could be easily forgiven for thinking this was the planet of the tardigrades. Ready to go. All right, challenge away, dude. This guy's taking way too long. Ha! I will wait for you now. We'll do a propaganda wink wink and say, see, we won that one. Or we would have. I tell you we would have. Ready, little fight. Can you challenge? There we go. All right. Thank you, sir. Let's see. I'll try this thing again. Can I spell? I can spell. Hey. Nice little thing that happens on some Fridays. And pop screen. No, hey, it didn't work that time. Yeah, I want to play first. Yuck. But I don't know. I think I might scoop this. We've got this because of this. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, I'm not playing for tickets. I'll keep it. Let's keep this train rolling. Woo! Yeah, a lot of the new theories though about how life began is really cool about the asteroid collisions, where it's like, because a lot of people that don't want to adhere to that say that, well, life hasn't had as much time as it needs to go full circle, and there's some really cool theories on that, where, you know, a comet will impact the Earth and the bacteria or life form that took all those millions of years that they're saying the math doesn't work out on gets churned up into space, ends up on a comet trail, and then it ends up slamming back into another planet, and it's still gestating and got the little creatures in it, and then it like kickstarts the evolution, and it's that much closer to it. So something spicy, little fights brewing. If we get a forest, we won't see the end of it. All right, screw this and screw this. I'm out of here. Killing it. Don't even care what's going on. At least I'll be able to do that to that. This will be a little clunky, but... Ooh. Grixis Panorama. A lot of you guys don't know about these if you're new to Pauper or haven't been here in a few years. This used to be kind of the Ash Barrens of the format. What's cool about it, gives you colorless, and each color's got them, as opposed by the name. It gives you those three things, so don't overlook them. Well, that's kind of cool. If I go like that, and then I go like that, I can drop this on this. Call red, pull this, play this, drop this, and then I'll go get green. I'm not messing around. I just want my stuff to work, damn it. There's a clunky way to get there, but even now, see, we can Marasa back to our woodlot if we needed it. Don't think we will. Be turning on our stuff. Corrosion Tusker. God, this is such a good cycler. It's just, it always just makes me do a double take. I'm like, wait a minute, I get a basic land and I draw a card? That's huge. Gosh, maybe this should go on my, that churning deck. Goes and fetches a land. It is a creature, and it draws a card. I think I might want to add one Tusker and one Crypt Rat. Tusker... Question mark. Maybe you should try it. Maybe I shouldn't. Alrighty. Well, knowing this is a little fight, I'm going to blow up his island. Ha! Give you a slow start. Boing! Gonna go trip that Grixis maybe? No? Maybe not. Ha-ha. Yeah, the satellite around Saturn. Speaking of that, I thought it was weird when satellite was about to die and they redirected it so it wouldn't land on the moon in case microbes on that satellite contaminated said moon. You know, I thought so too, Mark Mello. We always have such a cavalier attitude towards, like, you know, it's like, dude, what are we screwing with? Just shoving stuff off and space junk and things. It's like, not any time in our entire species lifetime, but gosh, a couple trillion billion light years from now, it's like we're probably eradicating some awesome little species on planet X. Who knows? What's really cool is Bill Nye, the science guy, has the what is it? The light sail. I don't know if any of you have heard of that. You got to be kind of a science geek to know about it. But he funded and launched with a bunch of students, I believe, their own light sail. And at first, this light sail goes about as fast as my hand, but it's always going faster. And so by now, the thing they have it on their website or something. It's close to like a quarter of the speed of light right now, and it's just using the power of the sun. Light as a feather, just awesome. All right, what does this thing do? Human pirate, arg! When it enters the battlefield with a +1/1 counter on it, you've attacked with a creature this turn. Hey! Man, oh man, that dude belongs in the movies, and I'm not talking the ones you see in the theaters. All right, let's go 1, 2, 3. We'll just keep accelerating here. Hopefully we can keep them off blue. Then we'll start turning on some big boys and go from there. Hooah! Mark Mello, what's your background? You sound like you're kind of a science geek, or maybe you've got a real gig like an astrophysicist or something like that. I forget. Oh, one of our favorite artists here in the town we live in. It was so funny because we really like her art. She does this really nice scratchboard stuff. My wife just last night was like, "Did you know she's a rocket scientist?" I'm like, "No." I was like, maybe that's why I like her so much. I always love that stuff. Ah, if I only had 8 lifetimes. Let's wait. Did I draw? Nope. Set on upkeep. Okay. Well, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huzzah! Let's start picking on black now. Nah, we'll say red. Booyah! I'm a computer programmer, but a space addict. Yeah, it's hard for me to understand people that aren't just at least very interested in it. I always thought that should be like the default. It's like, it's everything. It's like, we're just like nothing here. Wait, does this have first strike or something? What does this thing do? Okay. We're trading resources, and I got lots of stuff to do. Or to do with my mana and stuff. What do you actually program? People always say that, and it's such a vanilla response. No offense. I'm just always curious. Like, there's just like an editor. It's like I look for, like I cut commercials and like movie trailers, but there's editors obviously that make newspapers. And so when you look for a job as an editor, it's like, it's like I didn't say copyright editor. I can't spell worth a damn. Let's use our red for something. We'll blow this up, and we'll get out a blocker, and we'll go get some beef. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do just about anything we want. But y'all know what? I'm going to go grab our big old friend. Because we already got the other dude. And we got a blocker. Hey! I cut and produce people. Nice. Gobo Hunter says. Yeah, that was pretty nice, Nim Chimsky, you're right. Giving a friend some low-hanging fruit, maybe. Who knows? Much better than a monocolor deck, but yeah, hexproof and affinity. If they didn't exist, this deck would actually, I might actually have the cojones to play it, but I'm tempted to even run a third Sandstorm, but there's just so many decks it's dead against. That's why things like Faithless Looting are just so awesome. Hey, look at that. Yeah. I'll just do this. Blow up the blade. Booyah. Boom. Little clunky start. Maybe we can have a good mana draw. You know, if I keep drawing this fuse, of course this never happens when I play it, but I've had, what, 2 games now where it's really screwed on flooding. So, not on flooding, on getting screwed. So maybe I need to add a land. We've got 18 with the accelerants and the low count there and the ability to get stuff back and go look for it. I don't know. I think it's right. We're just going to roll. See what's up. I'm not going to bring any hate. Database programmer. Okay, I make programs that run companies. Sweet. I make companies that produce programmers. Ooh, Gobo Hunter. 1 up on the measurement contest. Arr. One of my favorite things to do on my side time, or if I had another career besides space geek stuff, would probably be just board game designer. I have like 3 or 4 of them. One of them's a pyramid that runs off of magnets. It's 3 games in one. The actual board folds up into a pyramid. In one game, you play from the outside to the in, inside to the out, and just like with Magic, there's, depending on the game you're playing, one card is like the Black Lotus of it, and then the very next game you play, it's the worst card. So what was really frustrating is I almost got it published back in, I think, 2004 or 5. And I sent it to this place, and I had screamed at them. I was just like, okay, it's 3 games. And I 3 different places got it. Or no, 2 places got it. And the place that wanted a simple game played the advanced rules and said it was too advanced. And then the vice versa. The other place was like, we want a really hardcore game. And they played the basic one that was just kind of like, you know, the gateway game to get kids interested in maybe playing. It's like a 3-tiered system of mental dexterity, I guess. But so that was maddening because it's like I said. That happened to me the other day. I was dealing with this producer who's incredibly dense. I guarantee anybody out there, if you can type a period on the keyboard, you know more than this guy does about my business. He's that out of it. Anyway, I'm not saying any names so I can speak ill. I knew I was cutting this trailer and they wanted temporary everything because the budget was pretty tight. And so you just put a word that says graphic needed, right? Graphic needed. And maybe it's saying, in a world where blah, 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 right? Okay, so it says graphic needed. Then above that, because it was him, I wrote temporary graphics in red blinking. Guess what his note was the next day? Yeah, I don't think I like those graphics. Might have to do something with those. And I think I lost about a year off my life when he said that. It was an email, so I wrote back something to the effect of, yeah, that's why what did I say? I said, I go, yeah, that's why I wrote temporary graphics blinking in red over it. And then just period, cold language, see you later. I was heated. Alright, Sakura Tribe Elder. I guess I can block. Maybe I should wait. You're quite creative, Deluxe. Cool. I like playing different board games. Not only Magic. Yeah, some of my favorites. I don't know about you. Yeah, board games are hot right now. Kunstfräsen. Yeah, maybe I'll try it. I've got a full layout and all the little, everything all designed up and stuff. Yeah, some of my other favorite games are Blockus. I really like Blockus. Deflection or Kit. That's that laser light game. There's a dexterity-based game I sent Little Fight a few years back for Christmas called Polarity. It's very hard to find. And because it's somebody like me with like a garage and they're just making this game, and so it's tough to do much of anything with it. But it's based on dexterity and it uses magnets and you just balance them. And I've never seen a game that was able to how good you are at it is based on dexterity. That's it. So I think I got this one Little Fight. Not enough heat on the board, and boy, I've got land destruction 4 days and ways to reset any sort of swarm start, but we'll see. My mom, she didn't like it. Yeah, I find creativity seems to amplify when you don't have a job for it. So like what I mean by that is I have a creative job, so a lot of times on the weekends I just kind of feel spent, and then I gear up, and so by Monday I feel really creative again. Whereas, you know, I've got all this successful job, blah blah blah. Oh, yeah, pats on the back. But there is really something to be said for just like working at like a Trader Joe's or waiting tables, because you get such a buildup of that. At least I do, of that kind of energy. That, man, when you get home, you write like 2 songs, you draw something, maybe you paint something, you write a short story. So it just keeps going and going and going. It's pretty cool. I really like it. Oh, how we love the Tusker. Check this out. We're going to draw a card and get a land for 1 card. Again, if this was spoiled in the thing today, people would go, oh my God, you got to be running 4 of these and everything. Look at that. All right, I want that. Oh, I get a card too? Thank you, Mr. Tusker. You're the best. And it's a pig. Who doesn't like that? Dunk, dunk. Sorry, my friend. I'm playing like a jerk. Einstein wrote his biggest papers whilst working for the patent office. Yeah, that's a good point, Gobo Hunter. That's right. I used to love hearing stories about, not used to, I love hearing stories about his mind experiments and just how, like, whenever he'd get thwarted by something, he would just play his violin and just kind of like force that part of your brain to kind of turn off, or at least open up the part that's kind of being blocked. Like sometimes I'll forget a guitar song because I've got 2 albums out and they're just little silly coffee shop endeavors and stuff, and had a little side life on the side for a few years there, and played coffee houses and stuff. But what's neat is when I go back to a song I can't remember, it doesn't help to look at paper or look at notes. I just kind of think of what the vibe is, and then I think of something else, and then my hands just go there, and it's the weirdest thing. It's a little ghost in the knuckles. It's weird. Love it. All right, we'll play this because we can. We'll go get some life. Might as well accelerate, block, and kill at this point, maybe. Got no lands to hit. We can just sandstorm. That'll probably be better. I once had a life, said Gobo Hunter. After this game, I gotta head home. Me too, Mark Mello, except I'm already here, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Hey-yo! All right, well, that being said, guys, thank you for joining us. I am so sorry I punted so often, but don't hold it against the deck. The deck is awesome. This one's pretty good. Getting close to being awesome. That being said, send all your questions, love, concern to popaganda@gmail.com, and we will see you next time on Popaganda, baby. Oop.
Is there more to entertainment than 500-channel TV and zillion-dollar movies? Turning the sound up and your mind off? Is there still a place where fun involves thinking, imagining, doing? Some of us think so, and we find it in a game. Magic the Gathering. All you need to play is a brain, a deck, and a friend.
Get swamped with horror as Popaganda Studios presents all the classic horror films from the legendary Pachuca brothers. First, the 70s masterpiece Howl from Beyond. Then the fan favorite, the Faceless Butcher. Plus, the cult classic, Undying Evil. Followed by non-stop horror like Innocent Blood, Grim Harvest, Bloodseeker, Evil Presence, Twisted Abomination, and many more. A murderous mayhem marathon, Rakdos style. Don't miss Papaganda's horror gore galore. Coming soon.
Attention Papaganda Nights! Show your love of all things Papa with our Ultra Deluxe Playmats. And true to our Papa roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it.
Just send an email to papaganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
All you need to do is visit our friends at inkgaming.com.